Good Thursday night, world. And welcome to another episode of Band Dog Talk, aka Lab Talk with the Dog God, aka the Coach, aka the Elon Musk of high performance working dogs. That's right. Welcome back. Big salute to that pole position, Young Ready. With that first, we got Cooper. With second, man, I think Coop is his maybe second or third language is English, man. That's what I think it is, man. You know what I mean? Salute to you, Cooper. And Caveman with that number 3, man, right on time, like you said, Caveman, right on time. Big salute to you guys, man. Before I get into my week, I always tell y'all the same old things. Dogman Don, but that close fourth. But you know how the coach operate, man. He likes them threes, man. I like them threes, Dogman Don, man. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But if you haven't already, please get your herbal sensations ready to go, rolled up your backwoods, paper planes, your gars. You know what I mean? What Swisher sweets, whatever shit, your bongs, you know what I mean? Your herbal lotions, your edibles, your dabs, your waxes, anything that you like when it comes to the herbal sensations, get that shit ready to blow. You feel me? Ready to blow. Get that shit ready to go. If you like your brewski, get your tall cans, Coors, Bud Light. Man, I was at a wedding like 2 weeks ago, and they had that Coors banquet. Man, that shit was so smooth. I was like, ooh, that Coors banquet is top shelf. And I'm not even a beer man, but that shit was tasty too, man. Smooth and tasty, man. Get your Coors banquet if you got that on deck, man. Your Heinekens, your Modelo's, yeah, I know my boy Bill like that one. Hey, get your Modelo, man. Get that shit ready to go, man. Crack that bitch open, make sure it's cold, man. If you like your shots, get your tequila, man. Your Hennessy, either him or me. Champagne Hennessy. That boy Tupac, man. Rest in peace, Tupac, legendary, man. Greatest of all time ever that ever did it was Tupac Shakur. Rest in peace, man. Get your Hennessy ready to go, man. Your bourbons, whatever you like when it comes to your shots, your vodka, whatever you like when it comes to your shots. Get that shit ready to go, man. You know, and if you like the culture, you like your mixed drinks, man. You like to cut your alcohol with a little chaser. You feel me, man? I keep it simple, man. Kiss method with that vodka lemonade. So, hey, salute to y'all, man. Salute to all my brothers in the classroom, man, and sisters that might show up in the classroom. Love you guys. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You need that after a hard work day, work week. Man, it's good to be able to calm that edge, right, man? You know, if y'all like the herbal sensation, man, you go ahead and take you a couple of puffs and relax if you like that. You know, get you a little drink, man. You know, put some of that alcohol in your bloodstream, man, kind of calm you down and relax you. You know what I mean? Let you loosen up, man. It's good to have a little break, something to calm the edge, man. You know, never abuse it. I'll tell you all that, man. Don't abuse these things that alter our mind state, man. Just use it for a little edge calming. You feel me? Um, this week, man, I witnessed a miracle. I've witnessed other miracles in my life too. That's why I'm a firm believer in the Most High God. Well, one of the main reasons why I am a firm believer in the spiritual, what's inside us that we don't see, what's outside us that we don't see, right? You know, the invisible world, the spiritual world, and while I do believe that there's a reason for everything, even though that we don't understand it, we can't comprehend it because it's above our pay grade, right? So we all allocate that to the Father of all fathers, which is the Most High God, right? So When I see things mathematically that I can't fathom, because that's above my mathematical pay grade, excuse me, I always give honor and praises to the Most High God, because He is the ultimate mathematician, right? Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, right? So this week, I witnessed another miracle this week. I talked to you guys last week about um, my girl Draca. She's a product of my XL Pitbull Draco line. She was my keeper off of AK times Holy Spirit. And beautiful bitch, man. Beautiful bitch. Um, she injured her leg somehow. I can only guesstimate how she did it. You know, she likes to jump like AK. I told you guys the story last week, but I was recap. But she likes to jump. I'm assuming that um, when she jumped up into the kennel, up into the little kennel area, the corner of the kennel, when she jumps off, she likes to turn when she jumps. She doesn't just jump up like AK and then jump back. She likes to jump up, hold herself, try to finesse the roof I got on there. That's why she's jumping up, right? To finesse the roof off. She's not doing like her daddy, which is just trying to use his sheer strength and just bust the roof off. She likes to jump up, try to find the weak spots, hold herself up there, and that's what she does. But when she gets off, she likes to turn. She likes to turn and jump off. She don't like to jump off backwards. So when I seen her the following day and she was on her Limp Biscuit, I already knew what she did in my mind. I'm like, bitch, hurt your leg on the kennel. I know you did. Because I knew you were gonna do it when I seen you jumping the way you were jumping. You thought you was cute, being able to hang up there, hold yourself, and then you turning it off and kicking off and jumping off. You're not just falling down. You're using aggression when you get off because you're mad because you can't finesse the roof off, so then you're frustrated. So then you turn and you push yourself off. So when I seen that she was limping, right, I knew what she did. Like, oh, you must have got your leg caught up or your foot jammed up in a little latch or something like that. That's what I thought. So then the following day, she wasn't walking on, she wasn't putting no weight on that foot at all. And then I noticed the swelling in her thigh. And then she didn't eat. And that bitch, that's a hungry hippo bitch. She love to eat. So I'm like, oh, okay, now you don't want to eat now because now your leg is hurting. Now, one thing about my dogs, um, not all of them, but the majority, I would say that line that come off of AK and Holy Spirit, they don't have, they got what they call a high pain tolerance. Like they don't feel pain, honestly. They don't feel pain. And she's that one, right? She's one of those where, you can touch any part. She's not going to yelp. She's not going to, look like she's going to bite you or nothing like that. Like I'm finessing her leg, trying to see what's going on. And she's not responding to it. But at the same time, the bitch ain't, she didn't eat. So I'm like, oh, now you so wrapped up in your hurt leg that you don't want to eat. So I'm baffled at it, right? So I'm like, all right, bitch, whatever. The following day after that, bitch didn't eat. So now I'm like kind of like worried, like, bitch, why you not eating? You know what I mean? Day after that, bitch didn't eat. So now she losing weight. She not eating. She not putting no weight on the leg. Nothing, right? So then of course I go into my antibiotic bag because you got to be a vet. Save yourself some money. Got to be a vet, right? So I go into my antibiotic bag, pick out the antibiotic that I'm gonna use to help with the swelling and kind of you know really attack any type of infection that might be going on with her injury or whatever, right? So I do that, and she's not drinking no water. So I'm seeing her fade out. Like I'm like in my mind, like, oh, bitch, you are just gonna give up, right? That's what I'm saying to myself as I go and I force her to take this antibiotic, and then I force her to drink water. I take my hose. I got my hose, and I got the nozzle, and I twist it to where it's like a sprinkle. It's like a little sprinkle that's coming out, and then I put it in her mouth and hold her neck up and just force her to drink because the dogs once they lost their will for whatever reason they ain't gonna do shit. So I force her to drink, force her to take the pills. I doubled up on my antibiotics instead of doing a regular dose. I just doubled them down, right? Because it's emergency. Boom, make her take it. So it's probably like 4 days in, about 4 to 5 days in, man. Bitch ain't shit, man. The bitch is looking like Skeletor. And I've seen, because I've had so many dogs over the years, and I've had dogs give up the ghost right in my arms. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen that look of transition. So at this time, I'm already upset and I'm hurt because it's like, bitch, like I knew you were gonna do that. Like I knew you were gonna hurt yourself doing that. But you got these dogs, right? I'm not a dog, right? I can tell a dog don't do it, but they're gonna do what they're gonna do. That's dogs, you know what I'm saying? And I can't tell a dog, hey man, if you're gonna jump up there like that, don't turn like that when you do it. Just jump up like your daddy and then jump back like your daddy. Don't jump, hold yourself, then try to turn like you some type of acrobat. You know what I'm saying? And think that you're gonna have that, what I mean? You got the like you can really do all that kitty cat shit. You a dog, you ain't a cat, bitch. You know what I mean? Like you can't relate that to these damn dogs, but hey, it is what it is. So when that's going on and her fading out and her not eating, I'm already like, it's over, right? I'm already preparing for an L. So all that time I'm very distraught. One, because I had plans for her. I haven't bred her yet. I had plans for her you know for my double XL AK-47 chopper line, right? Pitbull line. And waited patiently and still waiting, but waited patiently. And then to see her like wither away over like a leg injury, like what? Like you're not eating over a leg injury? Like what? You know what I mean? So to see that was just like, oh man. So I already prepared in my mind that it was a wrap. It was an L. Which is going to lead into our topic tonight, by the way. So um, I'm still giving her antibiotics regardless. I'm still giving her the water regardless. But I can already see it. I'm like, oh, you're gonna give up the ghost. I already seen defeat. I already seen it in her, and I'm like, well, and until you give up the ghost, till I come out here and I see, your stiff body and the ghost gone. I'm gonna continue to, give these antibiotics. I'm gonna continue to force you to drink this damn water. You know what I mean? I'm just going, it is what it is, right? So the following day, I expected to be burying my dog. Honestly, I really did. I just accepted it. It hurt, but with the wins, you got to take the losses. When you're dealing with animals, you give life and you have to lose life when you're dealing with livestock. It's just something that you don't necessarily like, but where the tears might last you, maybe a couple days, couple weeks, tears might just be a couple minutes, 15 minutes, and then you just, oh, okay, all right, get back in the game, right? Get back in the game. So, because I've taken enough L's dealing with dogs, um, you know, it was a quick acceptance if I had to, you know, you know, bury my dog if that was going to happen, right? So then, I'm expecting to do that, and I go out there and I see her head up, like she's still like up, you know what I mean? Like as far as her head and shit, she's still up, right? Weak as fuck because she ain't ate, but up. I'm like, damn, this bitch is. I ain't never seen a dog go 5 days without eating and still be alive. Like I mean, like that's the first. I ain't never seen it ever. And so I'm like, oh, okay, bitch, right? So I go and then I'm talking to her, right? I'm like, hmm. I'm like, are you trying to live, bitch? I'm just talking to my dog. Are you trying to live? Because you supposed to been done gave up the ghost, bitch. I ain't never seen no dog 5 days without eating. You what? Right? So I'm like, here, I'm gonna put a couple little, some dog food next to you because she just in a little area, right? She ain't really moving where her area is at. I'm gonna put some dog food over there, right? So I put like maybe like a little scoop, a little cup of dog food over there, right? And I put it away from AK because AK's next to her. AK will steal her shit. He'll go put his leg in between her, take her shit. She ain't gonna eat it. Um, so then the following day, come back and the dog food is going right. So I'm like, okay, shit, I'm gonna AK took that shit. and I couldn't see no evidence of AK taking it. So, long story short, I'm like, all right. And then I see her like try to like get up because she's weak and shit like that, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. She's like she's trying to get her strength back, right? So this is all like willpower, right? The bitch ain't got no energy. You ain't ate in 5 days. You ain't got no energy. You ate a couple pellets. So then I put like another pile, like maybe a 2 scoop pile over there. Like, all right, well, let me see. So then the next day I go out there and she ate it. But then this time she tried to stand up. So I'm like, oh shit, you trying to stand up? Okay. Still on the antibiotics. Still forcing her to drink water. Then the following day, right? Okay, so when she stood up, I gave her those 2 scoops, and then she stood up. Then I put because I had a whole bunch of food in her doghouse for her, right? So I'm like, okay, well maybe she'll go in her doghouse and eat the damn food that I put in there. So then the next day I go and I look in the doghouse and some of the food is eaten. So I'm like, oh, this bitch. And then of course now she's like walking around a little, you know what I mean, and walking around and shit. Legs still fucked up, but walking around. So I'm like, okay, okay. This is all this week that we seeing this. I'm seeing this week, right? I'm like, oh, okay. So then I, put a nice big bowl of dog food in that bitch. I'm gonna see if this bitch eat all this dog food, dumped it in her doghouse. Cause see, with her, she's so I'm sure she won't do it now, but that you can't leave a bowl of dog food in there. She'll, she's so rambunctious, she'll have that shit spilt all over the place. So what I do is I take her dog food and I dump it in her doghouse. So that, what I mean, like she can rumble in there and she'll, none of my dog food will get wasted and shit. So I just put a nice little bowl of dog food in her doghouse. And then yesterday I go out there and she ate it all and there's a whole bunch of shit out there. I'm like, oh bitch. And of course, she walking, she's still weak, like her bark is like really faint, what I mean? She's like, you know, trying to get her weight on and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if you eat not even for 5 days, your muscle loss, you lose it all damn near. You know what I mean? She's trying to put some weight on her leg and stuff like that. But long story short, that right there is something that I've never seen a dog do 5 days without eating and on the brink of giving up the ghost. And man, I mean, I'm talking about 180. Now it's a progressive 180. That shit wasn't no overnight. She's over there dancing in the streets and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn it. You know what I mean? She rose like Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? It ain't like that. But to see her slowly fade away off her leg hurting, whatever she did to her leg really fucked her up mentally. I guarantee you that really fucked her up mentally. Like I said, she wasn't showing me that she was in pain, but that was obvious pain where you don't want to eat and you a pig like she is. And you gonna starve yourself because in my leg, but you're not saying your leg like that, right? My leg, but you're not saying your leg. But long story short, you guys, God is good. To see her, and of course, my ability to, administer my antibiotics. I done, been through enough dog situations to understand, how to attack certain things. But I don't have the willpower, right? I'm not the dog's soul. I'm not the dog's mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm just the dog's, keeper. I'm just the dog god, right? But to see her shift her mind to like, yeah, this shit might hurt, but damn, I'm hungry. Like, yeah, I didn't feel like eating and drinking, but thanks, Dad, for make sure I drank. You know what I mean? Thanks for the double up on the anti-bees, the anti-beezies, right? Thanks, Pops. But shout out to the Most High because you know he definitely spared me an L. He spared me an L, and I was so just like no, not my Draco. Like I saved that one. I didn't even get to enjoy that one. That was one of my prized pieces. Draco was one of my prized pieces. I didn't even get to see, if I can get some DNA off her. Like, well, I guess I got to take that L because what's new, right? You've been taking L's for so many moons of life. This what's another one, right? 'Cause that's how you think when you've taken so many L's, you know? You think like that. You don't like it, but when your comprehension of it is just more accepting, right? You you just comprehend why. And I was like, well, the bitch took bitch hurt herself and then she don't want to eat. So that's why. Damn, but no buts into that. You just accept it. But to see her bounce back, you guys, oh man, praise to the most high God. God is good. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, she just pulled her muscle in there. Maybe he pulled her fucking hip muscle out or whatever, and she can kind of, bounce back. You know what I mean? Bounce back. And that's what I'm hoping that happened to her. I don't there's no bone that she could have broke. I just think that she just probably really just pulled her hip really bad, just coming down on that shit. Came down on it, pulled it, probably body weight came down when her leg was like caught up in the bar. You know what I mean? And just pulled that bitch like as if you sprained your ankle real bad and shit. You just like, oh, like your weight fell on your ankle. That's probably what happened when she fell and twisted on her hip, right in her thigh area. You know what I'm saying? She probably fell into the kennel bar and she fucking tried to push herself off. Her legs pushed into the bar, got caught up in there, and shit, and all her weight probably just fell on that thing. And of course, with them dogs, all they gonna do is pull it out. So I mean, she probably fell on that thing with her weight. This mom is my assuming. She pushed herself off leg, pushed into the bar, fell down onto all her weight onto her leg where her thigh was, and when she came down like that, then she pulled her leg out. That's exactly what probably happened to that bitch too. You know what I mean? And then voila. So anyway, like I always do, I let y'all know how my week has gone. I seen a miracle. I'm grateful for God that I'm able to see what those are like and experience, outside of your control, right? And that work in your favor. And you're like, man, that was all God. You know what I mean? Any other scenario like that, that would have been exactly what I thought it was gonna be. But um yeah, that was God. He was like, all right, son, all right, son. You a soldier. I like how you handled it. I like how you took that shit like a soldier now, son. But I'll spare you. I'll spare you, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was a fluke accident. That was a fluke. Yeah, that was her fault. Yeah, yeah, son. Yeah, that was her fault. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, why did she do that? I don't know why she did that, son, but I'm not gonna give you that L. You know what I'm saying? We'll go ahead and, give her the willpower to fight and give you the knowledge to, combat any type of infection that she might have to help boost her immune system while she starve herself for a week. But God is good, y'all. I just want to let you guys know God is good all the time. One more thing. So remember I told you guys about my Formula One Bulldogs and how that was probably, I can't say probably, that is one of my top 3 litters as far as like puppies that I've produced. And I produced a lot of litters over the years, many years. And I'm looking at them daily, obviously, right? To take care of them, and I'm seeing why I love genetic variants and why, for my program, that's what I like. You know, I really I don't want none of my dogs all looking the same. That's just me. Um, but when I see the genetic variants in all these, these Formula One Bulldog puppies, I'm just like amazed. Like I'm really at all. Like, you know, what I'm probably gonna do is, especially now that the weather's getting nice, I just gotta, tame my my grounds right now because it's like National Geographic out here on my property. Everything is all grown and tall and huge and big and I gotta manicure this shit. I gotta give my land a haircut. And it's a lot of work and more work 3 times when you do it all yourself. So before I let my dogs out, because there's all kind of ticks and shit in that tall grass and the weeds. So I got to get out there with the General Kubota, my lawnmower, my weed eater, and give the yard a haircut. Oh, and it's a lot of work. And right now, springtime, right? Everything's all moist. So that grass, I already told y'all that grass is so wet. You feel me? Even when it's dry, it's wet. You feel me? It's dry outside, sun beating it. As soon as you cut it up, it's just all wet. So it's going to be a bitch, man. But anyway, I'm looking at these Formula Ones, man, and I gave the world an opportunity. Y'all know that. All of you guys, not you that aren't qualified to be you, the ones that was qualified many, many moons ago that was asking about Red Tiger when he was living and asking me when I was going to breed him. And then when I had that Red Tiger litter with Silver Bullet, and God only blessed me with one, with Red Tiger Jr., only had one to choose from because there was only one puppy that was born, right? And I only got one, and everybody was crying a river like Justin Timberlake. Coach, I was ready. Coach, what happened? Coach, are you going to sell Red Tiger Jr.? Coach, can I buy Red Tiger Jr. from you? All that lame shit, all that pump faking shit that people be doing when they be trying to buy dogs off of you. I gave you guys an opportunity, didn't I? Y'all know I did. For those of you who got your piece, man, salute to you guys. But the world, I wasn't gonna keep nothing. I was gonna sell them all because I got Junior, right? But I told y'all that was the last straw of Red Tiger, the last of the Rocky Mountain Bulldoggy, right? From Buff Dogs. That's the last of it. I had it, now I don't have it no more. Okay. All I have is Junior and these, right? Which is direct off, but they're not Rocky Mountain Bulldogs no more. They're not Buff Dogs anymore. Okay. They're Formula One Bulldogs. But anyway, I gave the world an opportunity to get these, and I just had so many pump fakers and people who don't have no money calling me, asking me for puppies with no money. So I'm like, damn it, man. You think you're gonna get the last of this DNA with no money, with a couple of dollars? You think you're gonna get that for a couple of dollars? No. Now I take care of enough animals. I bless some people with some animals here, bless some people with some animals there. You know what I mean? Made some moves, revamped my program, etc. But I had to make room for these ones. The last of the Red Tiger, my Formula One versions, right? My Formula One versions. Now I'm watching them, and I'm grateful to see what I produce and seeing them as young puppies acting like hybrid Vigora. You know what I mean? Acting like that hybrid Vigora, acting like little freaks, and they puppies. Their smarts, their drive, the size of them, their genetic variants. Oh my God, I got something. I got something on my hands, man. And what I was thinking about doing was like, when I get the yard together and us, you know what I mean? They got everything all nice where I can have them out there, man. I'm probably just gonna have, you know, just I normally don't do this with my puppies, but I might have to, do the show and tell from puppy until adult. You know what I'm saying? We might have to do a series on the Red Tiger Sons, the Red Tiger Sons, Red Tiger and Sons. We might do a series on them and see which one is the best. I might have to do that. We got JR, and then we got the rest of these. I'm gonna have to do that. You know what I mean? Because I'm amazed by these, y'all. I'm amazed by these. Man, do they look good? Man, do they already look like freaks of nature? Just like I drew them up in my lab, and I gave the world an opportunity to get a piece. I gave the world an opportunity, like, yo, y'all. I mean, shit, I'm gonna bless y'all. Y'all been waiting for so long. Y'all been waiting. I mean, hey, I guess I'm just too ahead of the dog game, man. I mean, I've said that multiple times. I guess I'm way too ahead when it comes to these performance dogs. Maybe my people that like my stuff are just people who just like shit. You know what I'm saying? Not people who buy shit. Maybe that's what my problem is as a dog man. Maybe I just appeal to people that like shit but not buy shit. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I do know that I do produce some of the best damn high performance working dogs in the world. And I will be showcasing a lot of my shit this year. And I'm thinking about showcasing these as they grow because I'm just amazed at them as puppies right now. I'm just amazed at them. I mean, all the way around, I'm amazed. I got one. I'm gonna close out with my little week summary, y'all. Okay, I'll close out with this though. I got one that I'm gonna name Tiger Shark. And this boy right here, and they all are amazing, but this boy right here, man, oh my God, like he couldn't go to a weak owner. Like you couldn't be an average dog man and have this dog, because this dog, he'll bite you. You know what I'm saying? Like he be biting me. I had to check him. And he's not biting me to be mean. Like he just bite me because he want my attention. Like he'll get you. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker get you. And then you'll correct him and and I know what he's doing, you know what I'm saying? He just being who he is though. You know what I'm saying? He just being who he is. I'm like, damn, man, you already got that shit in you already. Like independent thinking though. He just not just biting just to bite. You know how some dogs just like to bite shit at that, like AK is a biter. He just bite anything. But this dog's, he's biting me to get my attention type shit. He ain't trying to hurt me or nothing like that. But the motherfucker biting. Then when I check him, he's like, yeah. He's doing that type shit. I'm like, okay, you got a personality though. Personality, but I mean the dog look amazing too, y'all. So anyway, man, top three litters. I gave the world an opportunity. Money wasn't right. I understand. I'm not giving it away now. Ain't no Red Hot Chili Peppers over here. Coach is not Red Hot Chili Peppers on that. Give it away now. No, sir. Not this DNA. Hell no. Last the Red Tiger too? Hell no. But you know what? I think I'm going to do that, y'all. I think I'm going to show and tell them from puppies until adults. And then we're going to do a series on which Red Tiger son is the best. Oh, yeah. We're going to have to do that, man. But anyway, cheers to you guys. Much love and respect. Much love and respect. And we're going to cook up tonight. But before I do that, I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to drop the link. And if you are qualified to come on the panel tonight, hit that link. And, we're going to cook. We're going to cook tonight because, as I was, singing those sad songs, right? I was singing them sad songs, man. I was on that funeral, man. I was on that Boyz II Men. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Even though I wasn't laughing then. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I was, oh my God, it was so hard, y'all. But man, God is good. I love to see miracles. I love it. That's it. Of course, you're supposed to praise God any and all ways, good, bad, or indifferent, right? But man, oh man, when you see that happen, you be like, God, yes, thank you, Lord Jesus. Praise him.
What's up, Coach?
What's good? What's good? Hey, was Rabbi? Is it Rabbi? Are you new, my man, or what? I don't know.
That's my boy, yeah. That's my boy, Ramel.
So you give him a pass?
Yeah. He cool.
Okay.
He good.
Okay. What's good with your family?
What's going on? I'm loving this podcast. It's amazing.
Oh man, all good, brother. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for participating in the chat, man. Thank you for showing up on the stage, man.
You funny, man. You have me cracking up, bro. Man, this is great. Is this weekly, daily?
Yeah, so it's weekly. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We do it every Thursday.
Nice.
Duro.
What up, Coach?
What's good,
Duro? What up, Reddy? Chilling, man.
Caveman.
What's happening, everybody?
What's good, Caveman?
Yeah, what's good, man? We got a star-studded panel line. You know what I'm saying? And we got a new member on the panel, man. That's good, man. I'm glad you showed up. Feel free to participate.
We from the same neighborhood and all that.
Yep.
This is my dude.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Hey, salute the referral, man. Salute the referral.
Facts.
Dogman Donna.
Oh shit.
What's good, Dogman Don? Your shit's on mute.
What up with y'all?
Yo.
Yeah, what up?
We just gonna cook tonight, man. We gonna cook on.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
There you go. Salute.
Hey, let's cook on this, man. And I'm just gonna lay the topic down, and then I'm gonna let y'all cook on it, and then I'm gonna, like the coach like to come in and do the cleanup, man. I like to do the cleanup on aisle 9. You know what I mean? So, with the topic tonight is, will the performance American Pit Bull Terrier / game Pit Bull ever progress, or will it die off like the legendary American Pit Bull Terriers did from the past? So basically, to summarize it is, how performance pit bulls were bred and performance pit bulls were marketed back when you could breed them a certain type of way, test them and market them, right? That was the dogs of the past that everybody talk about.
Right.
And now today, that is, that whole lifestyle is shunned and should not be pursued. If you're still pursuing that, we always said that if you still pursuing that, you should hang yourself, because the police and the feds is coming for you anyway. Okay. So if that's who you are, that's what you're doing still, hey, you're on a short leash and you probably gonna get choked out. However, being that dog is something people still talk about today, the game type performance pit bulls will or can that style of dog progress today, being that in the past those dogs were who they were based off of what they did to make them who they were then? If you follow me, I don't know if y'all follow me or not. Am I making sense?
I follow you. It makes sense.
Okay, so if y'all want to elaborate on that, your idea, your thoughts on that, because like I said, I hear these dogs talked about today, like the past dogs. I'm hearing people talk about the dogs of today like they talk about the dogs of the past, but they're using the past narrative for the dogs of today. But then you can't do the things to make the dogs performance bred American Pit Bull Terriers like you was doing in the past.
Yeah, heavy on the you can't do what you used to do.
Right.
You can't make champions out of them from the pit ring.
Right.
Legally.
Correct. So that's my question, is like, how, like, will it ever progress, or is that American Pit Bull Terrier dead like the dogs from the past?
Yeah and no, I would say.
I would say that it's gonna be restricted to death.
Right.
I mean, like there's still matches going on, but I don't think that's gonna continue.
It's gonna be they're gonna still do the matches where it's legal, like in other countries.
I'm about to say other countries, because all you gotta do is pay taxes.
So it's more of a digital underground, and then other countries, right, that allow that style or that type of dog sport. But okay, so let's narrow it down to like America. That's why American Pit Bull. We're going to America, which the foundation of the dog is, right, and where the wave started for those type of pit bull type performance game dogs. Like, how can it progress? Like I don't see any progress if the narrative is still the same. Like they're pushing it. Like I don't see the narrative of the performance pit bull pushed in a different way. Like, for example, like wall climb, like they do in other like Brazil and shit. They pushing theirs, doing a wall climb, the treadmill races, and the tug of war. Like their performance pit bulls is doing that shit.
That's all we could probably do without if we got to do those. Or
listen,
you know what I'm saying.
Listen, Coach, you don't think they was doing that back in the day either? You don't think they had walls they was climbing probably taller than the ones we got now?
But the narrative, right? The narrative is not that, right? So let's say, for example, I'm sure they probably were doing things of that nature back in the day. I'm sure, but that's not the narrative that they're pushing, right? Because if that's the case, why aren't we I'm not a part of that community, but how come that community is not pushing that narrative? Why are they still pushing this game in the pit narrative? Why are they still talking about performance dogs as if these dogs is in the pit fighting still? You know what I mean? Like when we know for sure they're not, and if they are, I mean, like I said, if they are, I mean, you can't be talking like they are. You be Forrest Gump stupid. This is what stupid does.
They might be facing them off though, you know, like you on one side and your partner's on the other side, and you just got the dogs in each other's faces without them touching. That's probably what they're doing. It's bullshit, but that's what they're doing to test their dogs if they're not fighting them. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna say that honestly, man. Like, it's the same thing. Like, when you think about guys who, I'm one of them that still wear Jordans, right? And we still wear Jordans because of who Mike was, right? His legend. You know what I'm saying? Like, he haven't played in over 20-some years, but you know what I'm saying? His legend is still solid. So a lot of people in the, you know, who love the American Pit Bull Terrier, you know what I'm saying? You're still in love with the legend, the name, the bloodline behind those American Pit Bull Terriers, right? Whereas though these Pit Bull Terriers, nobody can push those to the limit without getting in trouble.
Right.
So then these pit bulls become the LeBrons, right? Nobody wear LeBrons.
I'm gonna call them the jump in.
Right. Nobody wear the LeBrons or the Team Jordans. You right? You know what I'm saying? If it's not a number, we not rocking it, right? So it's the same thing. So you think about it that way, then you understand why it's like that. Because they just following the legend of the dog.
Man, that makes a lot of sense.
That's a great analogy.
That's super facts, man.
That makes all the sense.
Ain't y'all glad to have me back, man?
Hell yeah.
Welcome back.
I still wear Jordans. That's
Me too.
But that's great. That makes the most sense. You know, they're riding a legend that now is a ghost, right? You know, the legend of Michael Jordan. You know, that's a ghost when it comes to the game. He's no longer in the game. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So then again, there's no progression. There's no progression for the American Pit Bull Terrier unless the narrative will be changed, unless they're doing things like we talked about, where we're competing and we're building performance dogs to, let's say, like I said, do a wall climb and these things that these guys are doing overseas, where they're able to compete and their performances based off of what they're doing in those competitions. Because how can you test the dogs? Okay, so the reason why I really thought about this topic is, like I said, when I was about to lose one of my pieces, and I told you I already put my pit bull program on ice because I'm just not believing in the movement of the pit bull. So I put it on ice, right? And so me making a dog like AK, but with the drive of Holy Spirit, but the size of AK though, with the drive of a Holy Spirit, making them bigger, stronger, faster, more intense, maximum prey drive. I was thinking about some of my dogs that I have on my yard that I have to contain their prey drive and how much torture that might be for them. Like, you know, now you start to think about certain dogs that are so driven, but they can't utilize their drive on prey. Like I gotta get a dog like Black Hawk, a Kong, that he just gnaws on all day because he would love to gnaw on some game, right? So I'm thinking to myself, even though a piece of my program is probably going to be obsolete, which is those double XLs, because, you know, shit, my formula's going to be gone. I question myself, why am I breeding this type of dog? An actual, let's say somebody who wants a catch dog, like these type of dogs that I'm breeding is be too much of a catch dog. They might be trying to you know what I mean, dispatch a pig, and that's not what a pig hunter wants. He wants a catch dog. You know what I'm saying? And I'm putting this maximum prey drive into these damn dogs, and they're never going to be used for its purpose. You know what I mean? So I questioned it when I was going to lose it. I questioned it, like, why am I cooking up these dogs? I know that we are not supposed to be baiting these dogs for prey unless it's for a reason, right? Like I said, cat work, you got some vermin you want to get rid of, some raccoons and shit like that. Okay, that makes sense, right? But a lot of us don't really got that type of shit going on in a backyard. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't live like caveman and you got all this shit to hunt and all that type of shit. A lot of us don't have that. So if I'm building this dog for the consumer that will never use this dog for its potential, then to me, that is a waste of a dog and also a waste of a program because I will never get validation for my work.
Damn. No, that's true.
Wow.
I had to really take that into consideration when I was crying a river like Justin Timberlake.
Right.
I'm like, bro, like think about it, coach. Like, you making something that I can't even use that shit. Like I said, I look at the ones that I created and I'm like, I can't use that shit. Like, there's, like I've had kennel accidents and thank God my dogs do that shit when I'm around. If they didn't do that when I'm not around, then I would probably have 2 dogs or one dead and one just mangled.
Yeah.
Because that's what they have in them. So if they can't go and take that prey drive out on some prey, some hunting game, whatever, they get upset with each other for whatever reason. Dogs got temperaments and they might not like a dog because you barking a certain type of way or you're looking at them a certain type. They got their own little beefs with each other. Then they start taking that prey drive out on each other.
Facts.
So I had to really come to grips with my own programming, like why am I breeding a dog that's bigger and stronger and faster than a standard performance pit bull? Why am I doing that? Just for my own shits and giggles? Just for my own, like, hey, I want to see if I can do it because I'll never test it. I'm not a hog hunter. A hog hunter is not going to want to pay me my $6,000 for an AK. All they're going to do is mix their own shit up. You know what I mean? They'll take months and all they need is a couple months that can catch. They're not going to pay my top dollar for my shit. But why would I think that somebody who's a dog enthusiast would even want to pay it? But let's say if they do pay it, whatever use it, they'll never use it.
It's going to be sitting there bored as hell and shit.
It'll be in their backyard or be in their house as a little house pet and shit. Like, oh, look at this dog. You know what I mean? Hey, Duro, they'll be sitting fat like my man Marquise and shit. Marquise's dogs, man, they sitting good over there at his house.
Yeah, they eating good over there.
Eating good, we're playing with the babies and the kids and shit like that. Them dogs got maximum prey drive in them, but they over there just house dogs, house pets.
Wow, yeah, that's no good, man. Yeah, that's no good, man.
So I had to really think about this shit. And the narrative that's being promoted about these dogs, like they're the dogs of the past, they still utilize the names of the past of the dogs that are long dead, like they're living today. And it's like the dog itself, the American Pit Bull, performance American Pit Bull, will never progress because you can't even breed them the same way because you can't test them.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
They were bred and tested back in those days. Okay. And then based off of those tests and how they perform, then they would breed and hope to get better performers, but they would have to test the offspring to know, oh shit, we got better, or oh shit, we got worse.
Yep.
That's not what's happening right now when it comes to the Apbts, because we can't do that above ground. And if you're doing it underground, you can't really, you really can't assess your program the way you really, really want to and promote it the way you really, really want to, because then now you got to expose what you're doing with them dogs.
Right. Liability.
And that's a huge liability. Not only that, when when you got people inquiring about your dogs, you don't know if they're working for the feds, the police, or whatever. You know how cats, shoot. One was like, yo, you got the dog on, man. I'll buy
I didn't even
the
think
litter.
about that. That's crazy.
I'll buy the whole litter. Oh, sure, cool, man. They do this, but yeah, boom. You know what I'm saying? Now they buying all your shit. All of a sudden, man, you caught up in a whole fucking investigation. You don't even know it.
It's just like moving drugs.
Same shit.
Yo, same shit, man.
So, to me, when I thought about it on my own shit, like my own project, I'm like, bro, there's no way I should be breeding these type of dogs because it's just for what? You know what I mean? Like for what? Like I can't even use. Like I said, I have to get my dogs pacifiers. Here, you want to bite something so bad? Here, take this Kong. Here, take this bone.
Right.
Whereas they want to get at prey.
Yep.
They want to get bloody. You know what I'm saying? They want battle wounds.
They want to kill.
They want to kill. Real talk.
They want to crush bone.
But then me in the lab, because I'm into performance so much and I want to make them bigger, stronger, and faster, I'm compounding this energy in a dog that I will never utilize and use it. So it's just like I said, it's just a waste. And then, like I said, if I was breeding for breeders or people who use those type of dogs and will pay for it because those dogs are earning them money, right? Because think of it, those performance dogs and pit dogs back in the day, they was making big money with the bets and shit. So, they might buy a dog off your yard that's a, 1-time winner, 2-time winner, 3-time winner for, 25 bands, 30 bands. Right there. Because you know what? They're going to make money. They're going to make that back.
Yep.
Hey, man, I need about 20,000 for these puppies, man. They come off a grand champion, this grand champion, that. All the litters we had in the past, up to all these people, they got them dogs, man. Everybody winning with them. Well, shit, well, damn, you winning with them and shit. How much you want for that? I need 100 grand for that litter. They going to get it.
So,
wow.
But that's not the game today. That's not the market today. Even these guys who selling these pedigrees and these names and stuff, they probably could barely get 1,500 for them damn dogs.
Wow.
Think about it.
Damn.
But it's true because of the market is so fickle right now. Like the people that is getting the money like that, they even not breeding anything bully, or if they are breeding something bully, it's more like, the American bullies. You know what I mean? Like I know a couple guys who breed American bullies who got who's getting about 35, 4,500, but that's just because he pushing that his dogs is grand, his champions, what I'm saying? So, in the ABKC. So, what I mean? Like that's how he getting that. So really, man, I mean, it's kind of going back. It's like I said before, it's kind of going back to that working bulldog, you know what I'm saying? So, you're seeing more bulldogs being pushed a little bit more. You see a little bit more bulldogs in the bite suit, people in the bite suits, but now it's kind of shifting. Now it's going to the Malawas and the German Shepherds again, and it's going to that for that type of dog. So it's like it's so fickle, man. It's like 1 minute we working with these, and this is what I'm saying. Then the next minute is, we got these dogs now. So it's so crazy that you can't even really assess the market. So you know what I mean, and get a good idea of what your dog, like if you was to create that, coach, like you wouldn't know. I mean, you would have your price, but you wouldn't really know what you would get with it because of the simple fact of how fickle the market is.
Yes, period. And how can I really justify it? I can justify it for my own self because I know what my dogs can do. I know what I paid for my stuff, right? So I can justify it. But then to you as a consumer who might be looking for a type of dog, I'm selling you way more dog than you can handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your area can handle.
Mhm.
Whoever can handle. Like there's just too much of dog for you. And even if you was used to your barnstorming type of game, pit bull, these aren't that. Okay, these are, shit, bro. Like this dog can kill you and a whole bunch of your dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And eat you.
Like literally.
That's wild. Oh shit.
And that's not just saying that because it sounds good. Y'all heard me say this to y'all. That is AK is the only dog I can tell you. I got to touch so many type dogs, big dogs, seen all kind of dogs. Y'all know I have. I'm sure y'all have too. But I've told y'all, I've done seen and touched, I've dealt with all kind of dogs. That's the only dog I've ever been intimidated.
Wow.
And the only reason why is because of how intense the dog is and big he is. A dog that big but intense and fast, like quick Bruce Lee type fast. Like you like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, damn. It can like you get kind of like almost like flinching, like you flinch kind of shit when you see him like
Oh
tight.
yeah. Something that size moving that quickly, I would be intimidated as fuck.
When you give your dog a treat, right? You give your dog a treat. You know how some dogs they'll just nibble the treat out your hand, right? Now that AK, he's gonna snap that shit out your hand.
I'll pull my hand back.
Yeah, so you got to be real easy and real slow, kind of like pump fake him and shit. Like, hey.
Right.
Okay. So it's like, okay, I'm breeding that. I'm double timing. I'm taking him to his daughter. So now I'm doubling up on that type shit. Oh man, they ain't ready for that, man. They're not ready for that. So I had to realize that once I was about to lose the formula. I was like, man, that's a sign that you know what, that's not the cook up I'm gonna do. And I was thinking about it too, because you just said something that I was thinking about too, Duro, about how if I'm gonna breed a dog that works and people pay for working dogs right now, and it's been for a while, a lot of those guys who's into those sporting dogs, they pay some top dollar for them type Mals and them type Dutch Shepherds and all that type of shit because they're actually using them dogs in sport.
Right.
So for them to compete and get whatever their kudos, whatever their medals, whatever their points, whatever they're getting out of it as a sporting dog man, right? They're willing to pay for those top tier level type sporting dogs versus us with our bulldogs, unless you're a hunter of pigs and you just making so much bread and you just want the best because you got money like that. I just want the best ones. Who's got the best catch dogs? I'm gonna pay for it.
Right.
There's nobody gonna be paying the type of money like you said, maybe the bullies and shit like that, but their market done crashed too. Right? So the bully market done crashed. So to me, that as someone who makes performance dogs, okay, what type of dogs should I make where I'm gonna get a return on my investment, all the time I put in, all my gift to be able to create these dogs? Well, we as sporting dog men and women, we got to get into the dogs that are for them sporting dog events like Schützen and all them type of fucking events. Because what else is gonna pay? Ain't no weight puller gonna pay for no top tier bulldog. Right. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't know. I mean, have y'all heard of any weight pull dogs going for $10,000, $20,000 a puppy?
Not in America.
Right, not in America. I ain't heard of it.
That's wild.
Well, to get high dollar and that kind of shit, you gotta test your dogs and prove that you got elite performers. Same with the catch dogs. You gotta show that they're not gonna be dog aggressive in the field. But I mean, you're gonna have to have like a 2-year-old trained dog to get $7,000 out of a
right. But they came in. You make your own catch dog. So most of those guys make their own catch. They cross this and cross that shit because that's all they need them to do is catch.
No, there's a lot of them that buy dogs actually, especially catch dogs. They don't
What's the price
have
tags?
the time
What's
for it.
the price tags on those though, K-Man, if I might ask?
I think it's You know, just same with a bear hound or a coon hound or something. You got to have a what you call a finished dog, or at least a well-started dog,
Mm.
and you can get around $7,000 for a
Oh,
really
that's
good
not
one.
bad. But you said that's like 2 years old though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or older. That's like a minimum probably.
Wow.
And it's proven already.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yep.
so that's like you buying a trained dog, a trained Malinois for 50,000 and shit.
Yep.
And that, hey, so in reality though, so I had to say to myself, it's like, okay, I need to, me and my program, I need to put that type dog in my herder program. You know what I'm saying? Like to make them type of bulldogs, we're not in the pit. That's not in the pit no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? The performance Appt, that shit, what that shit's dead. I mean, you could do it underground, but why am I breeding maximum prey drive in dogs I can't even use for? I can't use it.
You know, it's funny because a while ago I was thinking about getting back into the pit bull just to preserve the breed, just because of the way things are growing and how. But there's already people doing that, so.
Yeah, but it's like preserve it for what? You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not going to use them for the pit. And that's why I tell y'all, if y'all got a clip for your semen, collect your semen.
Exceptional breed, though.
Collect your semen. That's why I tell y'all, your shit will never die if you collect your semen. Collect your semen. You got all your dogs from the 80s, 90s, whatever. If y'all was doing it back then, you know, I'm like Gardner. He can go in his little sperm bank, but like, man, I got this. You know, he still got all his old dogs as long as he got them on ice.
Yeah.
That's how you preserve it.
So,
But
Coach,
yes.
you think the American Pit Bull Terriers is trash now?
I would not say that they're trash. You know, because I don't know. I haven't touched every pit bull on the planet, so I can never say that. I'm saying here in America, the narrative that they're still trying to push, like they're the dogs from the past. These dogs of today are not the dogs of the past in a good way. These American Pit Bull Terriers, they call whatever they call today, they are not like the dogs of the past.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say that is because those dogs of the past was being tested.
Well,
And
even
their offspring was being tested. And their offspring was being tested. That's how they was being legendary. It's not because of no pedigrees. The pedigrees wasn't making them legendary. So we can't do that today. And if you are doing that, your competition is limited.
Yeah.
It's not like you got a big, you know, let's say you in your backyard or you in your little city and that's all you competing against. And, you know, the dog man that you dealing with is trash dog man and they dogs is trash. Okay. You win in that way. Cool. Okay, cool. You're a winner. But you ain't going all over the world, all over the United States winning.
Facts.
You ain't going against the best in the next city or the best in the next state and winning. They call him the fast lane dog man. I mean, I hear Twin and all them talk about that. They was traveling and competing. These guys ain't doing that right now, unless they on that digital underground. And if they are, it's small. That's like it's small.
All pull, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like you can go and be like, yo, you know, talking to some other guys with some big bread with a big program.
No, I was just wondering because you said preserve it for what?
Yeah, exactly.
Meaning the pit bulls.
Yeah. For like I said, for what? For what? Like for that's what I'm saying. Like, what would you preserve for? Just to have it, or are you preserving it to make it better? How would you make it better if you can't use it to perform?
Right.
That's what I mean. Like, are you making it a better wall climber? Are you making it a better treadmill racer? Are you know, like for what? Now, if that's the narrative that you say, hey, we're taking these performance dogs. We're not making them extremely prey driven anymore. We making them where they want to climb this damn wall, or we making them where they like. It needs to be a new narrative.
Yeah,
that's not the narrative. So if the narrative is like the narrative of the past, but with less competition, less stock to use, then how would the breed progress? Well, the will progress at all.
That's what I was saying. Like, you might have to start calling them something else because they're not that dog no more.
Right? They're not the pit bull no more because they're not in the pit. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I disagree though. I disagree though. But you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, bro. Explain.
Well, I just believe in, you know, I get what you're saying, but I just believe that, you know, yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, because my phone went out. I said I just believe that the pit bull should be called the pit bull, just from the history of the dog. Just because everything that I love pit bulls, man, and I couldn't imagine that shit being called something else. I would be like, yo, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, and I know it's a bunch of other people that love the dog that would feel the same way. Like, if we just were like, yo, we like, what the hell would we call that though?
Nah,
You
just
know what I mean?
remove the pit.
Amstaff.
Just remove the pit.
They did that already. This conversation's already been had a long time ago. They called him an Amstaff.
Oh, there we go.
So remove the pit.
So then the pit bull, the American Pit Bull Terrier should die with the legends that really was a real pit bull.
Well, by definition, like you just already said, a pit bull is a pit dog, a pit bull breed, a bull breed used in the pit.
American Bull Terrier.
Yeah, they played with that name too, but they didn't want to get confused with the English Bull Terrier or something like that when they did the Amstaff.
Hey, that would be a good one though. American Bull Terrier. That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
No.
It would have been a better name than an Amstaff. Really,
Well, Amstaff today is not what an Amstaff was back then, though. It's it's completely bred differently now. So it's
all
not
the
even
dogs are. Yeah, that's every breed.
Yeah, you're right.
But I'm saying back when everybody talk about the Kobe and the Amstaff and the Pit Bull and this, that, and the third, that was 30 years ago. Like the pit bull, the American Pit Bull Terrier today, and the Amstaffs is completely two different dogs now. The breeders went separate ways. You can't even call that the same dog though. It doesn't have the temperament or the body shape of the dog.
Yeah, right. Ain't that the whole point of what you were saying? Is remove the pit.
Yes. Well, no, I didn't say
remove
that.
The pit from the Bull Terrier.
Reddy said that.
Yeah. Me and Reddy said
I
that.
thought that was the debate anyway. When you remove the pit from that Bull Terrier cross, that's what you get.
Right.
Yeah. But like Duro said, it still wouldn't be the Amstaff of today. You know what I'm saying? But it would be a like I said, take the pit out of it because we're not using it. To me, like I said, it's a disservice, it's a discredit to the actual pit dog. That is how I feel about it. Because then if it's a performance American Pit Bull Terrier and we're supposed to progress the breed, but you can't progress the breed because you can't test it, work it, breed it the same type of way, use the same type of breeding stock, then why are we still pumping it like that? We should just leave that to the legend. You know what I mean? The American Pit Bull to the legends. That was actually
a lot of people agree with you. It shouldn't be called a pit bull until it's proven itself.
Yeah.
So like the Tosa Inu has to prove itself in the ring.
you're always gonna run into that wall with a person saying, how can you show me that that's a pit bull, a real pit bull? If you telling them and shit, and you showing them the dog, yeah, I got a pit bull. Prove it.
Yep.
How you gonna prove it?
There's only one way.
Exactly.
So then we answer the question. So then it will never progress. If we as performance dog men or women who breed pit bulls cannot do what they were bred to do, then there is no progress in that arena. Period.
Well, as far as that goes, I think the progression, I mean, that shit is over because, I mean, you can't even do that no more. So it won't even, that's not fair, but that's not fair. I feel like that's not fair to the dog and the
It
history of the
isn't.
American Pit Bull Terrier, because back then, though, it was, you know, I mean, it was a sport, and then they made it illegal. So now we can't just be like, yo, like, yeah, well, let's see what this dog do on the pit. It ain't, that's not gonna happen. So it'd be kind of unfair to really banish everything that the dog, that breed built. You know what I mean? That's like wiping the history away on the
Nah,
dog.
no, Duro. It's like putting it in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, so what I'm saying to you is like this. Like, it's kind of like we could use for a minute, we could use Michael and LeBron, right? So it's like this. Like when LeBron is a really good player, but to me, and you know, this is debatable, but to me, he's not Michael Jordan. To me, okay. So if you feel that different, that's cool. I get it. But to me, I'm speaking for myself. So you know what I mean? Like, I've seen him play and I've seen LeBron play in person. So to me, it's a little bit different, right? So where I'm coming from is you see LeBron take over the stats and the highest scorer, the score leader, and everything else. I mean, he's in everything. Hall of Fame player, great career, great player, even a better man. So I hear. But when we talking about straight hops, straight finesse, straight intelligence, straight killing on the court, you can't compare him with Michael. You can't.
He got 6 rings, man.
But not even that. His killer
Everything.
instinct. Like
Everything.
you know what I'm saying? LeBron faded in a couple finals, but we seen Mike cold killer in the finals and get those rings, right?
Yep.
So what I'm saying is that because LeBron is doing what he's doing, that doesn't erase Michael's accomplishment and career, right? So
But like you said, they different though, Duro.
no, they are different. But I wouldn't be like, yo, we can't call Michael Jordans no more because he don't play.
Yeah,
That's
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 like what I call the 23s and the 24s and all that extra shit.
Hey, hold on though. We just made a point about the Jordans, right? We made the point about the Jordans. The Jordans that he was wearing when he's playing versus the Jumpman is not the same Jordans.
right.
Yep. But they're still making new Michael Jordan sneakers as well.
No, but no, hold on. They're making new Michael Jordan sneakers that are the old retro, that are retro new. They're not.
Oh no, not
No,
those.
no. Uh they're taking stuff from the old shoe to make the new shoe, and it's like, say, like the threes, they like the 33s, like
Yeah,
that.
like that. Yes.
So like that's what he's saying. So
Okay,
that's
gotcha.
what I was saying. That's why he said that, because that's what I was saying. That's like saying those are not Jordans because he's not playing no more. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you.
Speaking of that, I'd like to take a poll. You guys seem pretty adamant that dogfighting days are over. How long do you think it's been? How long do you think that's been shut down?
No,
Like
it's still happening.
Still happening.
They just took some dogs in South Carolina.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
This is what I'm saying. We know it's always going to be digital underground. We already know that. And plus, in the other
That's what I'm saying. How long do you think it's been since there was a state to state to cross continents dogfighting rings going on in the United States and chicken?
Oh, in the United States or all over the world?
In the United States. And I mean, big enough that the people here in the United States are winning in their area of their state, and then they're winning state, and then they're going down south and competing, and then going to Mexico or whatever.
Man, I think that they've been fighting animals since the beginning of mankind and animals. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just entertainment for us.
When do you think it quit? Is my question.
It didn't.
Yeah, I don't think it ever did quit. I just think the laws. I think the laws
not as big time as it was.
Yeah, I just think the laws changed because you got people involved now. It's like back when it was a sport, that was just your dog and shit. Nobody cared about no dog like that. Then when you start making dogs like part of your family and shit, that's a whole different mentality.
Yeah,
it's a whole different mentality now. Now people's like, okay, we love, now you're a kid. Now you take that dog that you play with out there, and then you bring it home injured or dead, and your kids is fucking giving you a hard time. Now your heart changes for it because now you see how it affects your family. Now you start getting affected by it. Now you're like, well, shit, I used to fight these dogs too, but now hell no, to hell with these dog fighters now, because now you see the dog now as a part of your family versus just being a damn dog.
Right. And it's just like the people who wear furs and who like furs, and then the animal people, they be all over them. If a star pop out on the red carpet with the animals, same thing with the dogs. All the advocates and everybody will not stop until you're buried and doing jail time and can never own a dog again.
Correct.
Yep. So even when they're doing that, just like he said in the beginning of it, even when they're doing that, they can't showcase that. They can't say, "Oh yeah, man, Grover right here, he went 55 minutes in the pit." They can't do that. Is you crazy? You know how many people, and somehow, some way, that's gonna leak out.
I can get you a DVD.
Yep.
What if there was a way they made it legal like the other countries?
It's legal in other countries.
It is.
But like here in the United States
at one time.
Well, I was, I do. I mean, I go back and forth with that in my head, like with other countries coming in, and like China and Japan and Turkey and all them. They don't think nothing of fighting animals. Thailand, Philippines,
different government,
right? But I don't know. I just see the whole world. Like everything's going global.
Dogs over there too. They fight them. The losers, that's meat, man.
But watch this. If you in America and let's say you breed them type of dogs, right? So let's say, for example, I made that high performance AK, and then somebody from overseas was like, "Coach, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll buy them all, right? I don't, I'm like, hey, what you gonna do with those things, man? We're gonna whatever, right? Okay, I'm like, whatever. You overseas, whatever, right? I sell them, right? And then his homeboys and he got some other cats hitting me up, and now I'm selling all these dogs overseas, and then let somebody find out.
Yep.
And watch what happens to me. And I never fought the dog. I just sold the dog to people who was fighting them. Watch what happens.
Yeah, you're the boss. You're done.
I'm toast.
Oh shit.
Because I sold that dog to people who use those dogs for fighting. I'm done in America. It's a wrap.
Well, the only thing I believe that's kept that stuff going all along was the rich people that are involved.
I agree because they're making money off the shit. They're betting
Well,
on
they've been the heart of it ever since the beginning. I mean, if you look way back in the day, the dog breeders and the chicken breeders were doctors and lawyers and judges, shit like that.
Animals funded their whole career.
Well, it goes back to the Roman days where they had the gladiators and all the stuff that they was doing. I mean, it's entertainment, and then
for royalty.
That's where I kind of like
sports of kings.
That's why I got disgusted about it, because for me, I used to entertain myself with it too. But like I said, when we were doing it, we wouldn't let our dogs. When we seen our dogs get injured, we break the shit up. We would never let it go to the, they're breaking bones, or one of our dogs is dead. We would never let it go to that point because it still was our pets.
Right.
However, the game is the game. So when you understand the psyche of a dog, and then now it's not just your dog, right? It's like, how we see it. It's like, these are like our kids now. It's not just the dog. So when my dog is going to do things for me, even though the dog don't want to do it for himself, right? But I put the dog out there for my entertainment to get injured or die. But I love this dog. That's why I have a moral compass that's compromised. Because
what was loving the dog, though?
Say it again.
I said, how was that loving the dog?
Right, exactly. If my dog is going to do this for me, for my entertainment, not for his entertainment, but for my entertainment, and get injured and hurt or even die for my entertainment, then that's very selfish of me. That's where I had a problem with it and still have a problem with it, because these dogs will do anything for us later in their life. But to be injured the way these dogs injure each other in a fight, we've all had dogs get in fights. We've all had to clean up wounds and stitch and staple up wounds and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That shit ain't nothing nice.
Nah.
And it's not like us fighting when we punch each other. You might get kicked. You might get a couple scratches. You bruised up. You got a busted lip. You might knock a tooth out.
Yeah.
Imagine if our fighting was us biting each other and taking chunks of fucking meat out of each other and shit like that. That'd be way more vicious than a couple punches and you get knocked out or stomped out or something.
Right.
And so once that moral compass shifted, caveman, that's when, people had to say, hey, man, you know what? Fuck, man. Yeah, it was cool back in the day, man, but damn, I love Fido, or damn, Fido is dead. And it was all good when he was winning and kicking an ass, right? But then when you lose them dogs you love, then your heart shifts. You start, that shit was cool until I took a couple L's. Or until my kids, never forgave me.
Fighting dogs just to get a bag of dog food.
Or that girl I wanted to date found out I was a dog fighter, and she fucking hate my guts. Now I'll never get to date her. Like real shit.
Yeah.
That shit'll shift you. It'll change your heart. And so now, with that narrative already being heavily planted in the American Pit Bull Terrier community, in the American Pit Bull Terrier breed, that narrative of the no dog fighting, the inhumane dog owners who do it, right? Since that is planted in there, it's a seed, it's deep in there. You're not getting it out of it, right? Nobody's digging that out and it's going to be back to all good for the breed to fight and shit. That's not going to happen. So then how could that dog progress if it's not in the pit? Can it progress as a American Pit Bull Terrier if it's not in the pit? I'm talking about a performance one. We're not talking about a pit, or what they call them, pet bulls. They call when they be funny, they call them pet bulls, right? We're not talking about pet bulls. We talk about performance bred pit bulls. If I
Doing
cannot,
what?
if
I
I
could
can,
see him doing like coyote dispatching coyotes and shit, and
Yep.
like
The
Wolverine.
only problem is with that is they have to be able to catch the coyote. And in order to do that, they're probably going to have to work with a team of dogs.
Oh yeah, the bait and switch shit, right? Get a dog.
Well,
to
you
bait the
might be able to
coyote.
do that, sit and call them in,
Yeah,
and yeah, do
they
that.
need that in Australia right now.
But the best way to catch coyotes is to get a hound and get the coyotes running. And you just put some miles on that coyote, and then when you got a few miles on him, you put some catch dogs on him.
how many miles can a hound dog run without getting tired?
Oh my god.
Oh, without getting tired, that's a trick question. But I mean, they can do 15 miles pretty easy.
Damn.
But they can go and go and go after that, even when they are tired.
So I know you was answer. I know the answer to this question. I know you're going to give me the answer. But for those individuals who are pit bull enthusiasts that don't think that they didn't add those hound dogs to those game dog pit bulls, and based off of what you telling me about the stamina and the ability,
Yeah.
like, come on, like how could they not add a hound dog to those American pit bull terriers, the performance ones?
Yeah, well, the only other thing you could do is add an Alaskan Husky, and that'd be a little more obvious. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's really the only two dogs. I mean, they got every other breed on the planet beat for endurance.
Oh my
As
goodness.
far as I mean, they're the only
Them
dogs I
hound
know
dogs
that
freaking
it's their
game.
job description to run for, 15, 20, 30 miles
And their
in one
game
outing.
shit too.
What's that?
I said, and their game as hell too.
Some of them are. Yeah, there's a lot of variations. There's man aggressive hounds. There's hounds that'll turn on you. There's hounds that are sweet as can be. Hounds that are skittish, where you can't get near them. They're hand shy. Only the owner can get near them. There's hounds that'll bark at a coon from behind you. They'll be hiding behind your legs. They'll chase a coon down by scent and running up a tree. But they're afraid, they're scared shitless of the coon. But then there's other, like my dogs, they hunt for the kill. Like, they'll kill the coon.
So what y'all saying? Like that is Plot Hound and Mountain Cur really in the American Pit Bull Terrier?
I imagine they are, but the funny part is the pit bull terrier is in the mountain cur and the Plot hound.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what a cur. Think about it. A cur. You had these bull terriers and hounds and shit. You're living out in the sticks, and you're breeding your dogs and matching them and hunting with them too. While the dogs that aren't, they're cold or that are curs are your catch dogs or your squirrel dogs. That is your mountain cur.
Okay.
And the Plot hound, yeah, they have mixed Plot hound or mixed pit bull into the Plot hound for bear hunting.
Okay.
But,
So what do you think about the pit bull people that say that it's no Mountain Cur or Plot Hound in American Pit Bulls?
Well, I guess they don't know too much about dog history, or I mean, you can look right at them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Why do you think some of those pit bulls don't look like a Staffordshire Bull Terrier?
Uh-huh.
What the fuck did they mix in them to make an American pit bull? Because they
Mm-hmm.
don't look like a Staffy Bull, and that's what they're supposed to be, right?
Right.
That's where they come from, is the Staffy Bull and the Irish Staff. Yeah, they don't look like that because they bred hounds and shit in them to make them bigger, to give them more wind.
I agree.
Some got
and
laughed.
just out of necessity, just out of being broke and not being able to afford to buy a bunch of dogs. Well, what do? Well, we'll take you go buy one of these prized pit bull studs, and we'll just breed it to our pack of fucking hounds. And we'll have some bear dogs, and we'll have some game dogs.
And do
Breed
it
them
like
in two different directions.
Mm-hmm.
They did it all the time.
Different things.
Yep.
Just accidents happen. They figured out the pups were game.
Yep.
They just used them.
Yep.
Yeah. Every different scenario happened. You know what I mean? Some people kept them pure. Some people had bulldogs. Some people had bull terriers. Some people had mutts.
Yep.
Like I said, there's a dog that he's straight up police dog mix. I mean, upright ears. The dog's black, pointy nose, long hair, and he's a fucking grand champion pit dog. I can't remember his name. Like Bandit or some shit.
Oh, see,
but you know what I mean? If you had money to bet, they didn't give a fuck. They'd probably even laugh at you. Yeah, bring that fucking herd dog in here.
Yeah.
Put your money down.
Bring Lassie in here.
Yeah.
Well, I know of that happening in recent times. Police dogs being matched, and a lot of people think that the pit bull is the baddest fighting dog in the world. Well, they absolutely are not. They don't compare to a lot of dogs when it comes to fighting. They're just more game than most.
What would y'all say would be like the newest pit dog, like how the pit bull was back in the day?
The Tosa. Japanese Tosa is the newest creation.
Yeah, because they still using those dogs for that reason only, which is fighting.
Yeah.
But they don't let them dogs fight to the death, though, right, Caveman?
As far as I know, they don't. They let them cur out just like they do in Turkey. See, that's another thing too. Fighting used to be a lot more like the animals were treated a lot better. Everything was more high class, more rules
over there in Japan.
When it was legal here, it was a whole different world. When you made it illegal, drove it underground, and put it in the hands of the criminals, is when dogfighting got ugly. Just like drugs, everything else.
Yeah.
So just like prohibition. Look what they did with alcohol.
Yeah.
That's what prohibition does. It puts everything in the hands of the criminals, the cartels, organized crime.
So I guess earlier on in the pit bull days, they actually treated them like prize fighters.
Yeah.
Like how you see the boxer, you know what I mean? You got a referee, he throwing a towel. When he sees your dog's leg snapped off, they throw in a towel like, hey man, okay, hold on. They don't let the dog just get both his legs ripped off and chewed up.
Well, and it's funny because something like he was talking about, a lot of them were family pets. And that's where they healed up from the fight, right in there with the kids. It's another myth. People think fighting a pit bull makes it mean. It does not make it mean.
Nope.
No, I agree.
Doing the job.
Yeah, they doing.
Human prey drive and human aggression are not the same thing.
And then, like I mentioned, the dogs just doing that to please us. They're not, they're not mean like that. And even when they want to fight each other, unless you just make a dog a one-trick pony where anything that comes around it prey-wise it wants to kill, there's a reason why the dog gets in a position of a mindset where it wants to attack another dog. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a reason why. Yeah. It's not like unless you just have a dog, like I said, that you just teach from a puppy, any prey I put you around, try to bite it.
Well, that's that terrier.
Yep, the terrier, yeah.
But there is truth to what you're saying. The loyalty of the dog will make the dog more game.
Yep.
And that's why when I select my hounds, I select hounds that hunt for me and not hunt for themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Or a lot of people would do just the opposite.
Yes. A lot of people don't understand the psyche of the dog, the mind of a dog anyway. You know what I mean? Like I said, they'll misdiagnose a dog just because the dog ain't doing something that you ain't never taught it, you never showed it. You just expect the dog to act a certain type of way. You know, oh, this dog's a cur, this dog is fucking skittish, or this. Well, you know, like, damn, that dog ain't never been outside the yard. You bring it outside the yard and it sees cars and it curves out, and that fucking dog is skittish now. The dog ain't never seen a car, never felt concrete on his feet or nothing.
Exactly.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you ain't never conditioned the dog's mind to understand something new and say, hey, it's okay, Fido. It's concrete. I know you never felt that on your feet before. It's kind of hot, isn't it? You know, walk your ass on some concrete barefoot for the first time and watch what happens when it's hot. Right. You're going to be tiptoeing too. You know what I mean? But yeah. You know, it's crazy, but that's why I say I don't see it progressing, man. I like I said, when I was about to lose that piece of my puzzle, and I'm still going to probably put it on the shelf. You know what I mean? You know, maybe Duro, maybe you might be able to get me to cook you up one for something. You know what I mean? Maybe I might do one for you, Duro. But maybe you might. Hey, coach, man, you promised me, coach. You know what I mean? I might have to get out in the lab and cook you up one, man. I might make sure I just get like a couple of drops of semen in there so I get 2 puppies or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
You definitely did. You promised me first female pick, man.
Yeah, that's what I said. I might have to go ahead, you know what I'm saying? You know, get like a drop of semen out of AK and put it in the bitch, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have a small litter. But but the reality of it is like I'm really, my cook up is the next level. You know what I mean? Like, it is the next level. A Black Hawk who was in the pack experiment, okay, he is not a pack dog. He is a high prey drive, maximum prey drive dog that wants to use that prey drive against any and all prey.
See, that's the issue right there. These dogs are for a one dog family home.
He wouldn't be a good catch dog because, like Caveman was saying, the dogs got to get along with the other dogs.
Oh, he can rock with other dogs in a pack orient setting.
Yeah, and they'll act different on neutral territory too than they will on their chain or in their kennel. Once you let them loose, let them run around, take them out in the woods.
That's true.
And watch this.
But animal aggression, the dog aggression is dog aggression, though.
Watch this. So think of it like this: you got catch dogs, and they're going after a pig. Think about how dogs who are very food aggressive are. So if you got a dog that's alpha and is aggressive on his prey, and you get on that fucking prey before it's gonna fucking shake your ass up, get you off of it probably, or you know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna be competing with the dog that's getting on the prey type shit.
That's what I'm thinking about. Like,
well, yeah, you definitely don't want that.
So those pit bulls that's out there catching those hogs and shit,
those ain't real pit bulls.
Real pit bulls. Yeah.
Those ain't real pit bulls. Those are not real pit bulls. Sorry.
Bullshit.
Those ain't real pit. Bro, a pit bull is going to be dog aggressive.
Exactly. Gotta be alone.
That shit ain't going to be like, okay, buddy, you can share with me on this fucking pig. Yeah, right. Like, that's nah, hell no. Like,
even within male and female, they still won't be getting at each other.
Bro, it don't matter in my arena.
That shit.
It don't matter, male or female in my arena. If they got that prey drive where it's animal aggression, they gonna fight each other. Male, they don't give a fuck if it's a female or a male. They gonna fight each other.
Yeah, I had that situation before, breeding a male and a female that was aggressive like that, and we had to put the muzzle on both of them shits, and hold them while they were stuck together. Yeah, that shit was crazy, man.
If your dogs are dog aggressive, they're dog aggressive, whether male or female. It don't even matter. It just, you know,
it's like in them. Yeah,
it's like I said, exactly. It's bred in them. That's the whole point I had to make to myself. It's like, bro, why would you breed that shit? Yeah, you want money for it, but nobody will ever use it for that. And if they did, you know, that's a liability, man, because you're not going to be in a pit with it. And if you are, you better, you better keep it a secret. Straight up and down. You better not let nobody see them dogs because they're going to have scars all over them.
Yep. Facts.
How y'all feel about the dogs that be on like IG that people be showing like puppy scuffles and stuff like that?
That puppy
Shit, I
scuffle.
see regular matches.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm
Matches.
seeing pit bull matches. I'm seeing matches of dogs and turkeys and balka dogs and shit.
What is
Yeah,
it?
I see that.
Those groups though. It must be in the groups. Are they doing it just this free Facebook
It's
type
right
shit?
on IG, right on my feed.
There's
It's
a
nothing I
dude.
even belong to.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
No
just seeing
names.
that shit all over my feed.
No
Wow.
names, but there's a breeder that he breeds presses, but a lot of his content on his Instagram is his puppies getting into scuffles.
But see,
Yeah.
that's like play shit to me, man.
Yeah.
Because my puppies do the same shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's playtime shit. You know what I'm saying? Until they take each other out. Now,
I'm about to say, yeah, how long are they gonna allow to see something like that until a pup takes another pup out?
well, that's when you stop it because I've had that happen before where I didn't get to a scuffle in time, and they took one of their litter mates out. You got to be you got to be having some common sense as a breeder to know, like, okay, any dog that fights, especially when they puppies, like I told y'all, is never an even scuffle, royal rumble fight with puppies. It is the one that's the weakest. If you had 10 puppies, there's 10 against one. Or excuse me, 9 against one. Excuse me.
Yep.
That's how it is. It's never one
Yeah.
puppy.
Predator versus prey.
It's a one-on-one scuffle here, 2-on-1 there. No, it is all puppies against the weakest link. Why that is, I don't know. That's always been the case.
Predator versus prey.
How do y'all feel about?
I think it's a survival tactic too.
I think it's just that pack mentality, right? They see something weak
That
and
dominant.
by instincts alone, okay, let's take out the weakest link.
He not like us. We got to get him out of here. He gonna slow us down.
Yeah, survival of the fittest. Oh, you the weakest? You screaming the most? Take him out.
Yeah. Yep.
But I just think that's puppy play. That's puppies playing around and shit. And sometimes it get out of hand if you're not there to supervise the shit and break it up.
And they working out who's who in the pack anyway for food position rights, and too.
Yeah, bad thing about it, I had a pup that was kind of like that, but I don't own her anymore. But she was,
My puppies act like that shit when they young.
yeah,
They be scrapping and shit. They do that shit. But see, that's where you, as the supervisor, the owner, if you the dad to the puppy, you the alpha. That's where you got to stop that shit. I don't never let it get to the point where I'm gonna let puppies screaming and hollering and shit. I don't let them out because that fucks up the puppies that's getting beat up psyche when you let them get to the point where he's screaming and hollering and shit like that. You don't want to fuck up that puppy's mental.
Right. Fact.
I don't let them do that. They're gonna fight because that's what dogs do, but I'm not gonna have my dog screaming and hollering and shit. Cause I know that's gonna fuck up his confidence. He's gonna be really curled up in the corner like a little bitch.
Yep.
I want him to be okay, cool. Yeah, they got you, okay, cool. But figure it out.
It ends up being mean if you send it somewhere too.
Oh yeah, because then they worry about, they always worry about something gonna happen to them.
Always threatened,
But see, that gets you views though too, because shit like that gets you a lot of views. You get in the comments, oh, that dog is fire, that puppy's fire. So I mean, I see why he do that shit, because you're gonna get some good views, and then you'll get the carriers that's gonna flag your shit too.
Yep.
Yeah. When I see people putting too bold of shit, the first thing I think is cop.
When they do what?
First thing I think is cops when I see too bold of shit being posted. Like, who else would do that except for somebody planting bait?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But see, the overseas, like we said, that's different overseas. They can do that shit overseas. You know what I'm saying? So that's some overseas shit that they can do. And, You get caught up in it. But see, you start liking that shit, then you're gonna have the dog police on your fucking horn and shit. You gonna have, there's people like, how the people that be hating on me watching my posts.
Yeah.
Imagine if you start liking shit. Oh, you must be a dog fighter too.
Well, I swear I'm not gonna mention the name, but a very popular channel. I started watching that shit, and I swear it was pretty obvious to me that I have a flyover.
What?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
A flyover for what? The herbs or the dogs?
For dogs.
Oh no.
Yeah. No problem. I'm not up to shit. But,
Yeah, but still though. Oh.
yeah.
Well, come on, man. Bruh.
you said a what? You had a what?
A flyover. A
Somebody
military.
flew,
Yeah. A
somebody
chopper.
flew
Oh.
over your house.
Yeah. Like
Oh,
low.
Yeah, they fly over my shit all
Looking.
the time.
man, yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta watch your shit. Turn your location off.
No, well, see, I wouldn't be watching it, or I wouldn't be on here talking about nothing if I was up to anything. That'd be incognito.
Exactly. Digital underground. That's what you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's like we were talking about the internet fame. It's not about the dogs no more. It's about the fame. People want that clout so much that they expose themselves unnecessarily if that's what you're doing, which is things you ain't supposed to be doing. You shouldn't be out in the open at all. You know what I mean? You don't want nobody to know about you, but that's just not the way of the world that we live in. All the negative things about what people do get glorified. You see what I'm saying? So, but like I said before, you get shunned. So you don't want nobody to know your faults. But now the faults of the world is what people like.
Yep.
The more fucked up shit you do, the more popular you are, which is fucking backwards. But that's Satan's world. You know what I mean? This is what we in. The things that are good is not good. The things that are bad is good. It's reversed
Yeah, I think I read that somewhere.
in the Bible.
I know.
That's why I read it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's where I read it too.
Jeez, man. But that's just the reality of what we dealing with. And like I said, with these dogs, especially for the dogs that I think we all said that is our number one dog, which is the American Pit Bull Terrier. I just feel that if the narrative is what the dog was made off of, is still pushed as if they are the dogs of today, then in reality, like that's not doing any justice to the legendary name of Michael Jordan. Like that's how I feel about it, Duro. It's like the legends that were that, and you're talking about dogs that aren't doing nothing of the sort, aren't even bred the same way. Like they're not even adding shit to their sauce to make the dogs even better performances. They're just inbreeding, line breeding pedigrees.
And saying that Jordan.
And saying it's Jordan facts. They're not even doing the outcross that produced Jordan. You feel me?
Yeah,
They're not even doing the outcross that produced the freak of nature called Jordan. They're just inbreeding Jordans. Wow. Oh my goodness. So there will never be any progression when it comes to the American Pit Bull Terrier. Okay, performance one, not the pet bull. We talk about the ones that were high performing, legendary pit dogs. And when they say, Coach, there's no such thing as a double XL pit bull, well, you know what? Now you're right.
Or what if we call them American Terrier Bulls?
No,
I like the bull terrier.
I like
the
that
American bull
too.
terrier.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Take the pit out
If
of him.
your dog proves himself game in the pit, he's a pit bull. The thing is, here's the thing with breeding them big dogs. You got to find somebody with another big dog to match you.
Right.
They match to the pound.
Yeah, to the weight. Yeah. There's, I would have to take AKs type dogs to them Tosa Inus.
Shit like that. Yeah.
That's what I would have to do. If I was trying to make them type of dogs like I was cooking,
Dogo.
I wasn't cooking mines for the pit.
Yeah.
But if I was like, okay, I'm making this type of dog that's bigger, stronger, and faster than the standard American Pit Bull Terrier, then I need to be breeding them to be competing with them Tosa Inus overseas. But then check this out. If I did, then the police is coming for me and the feds is coming for me.
Early.
Man. So God did me a favor by making me accept pain of falling on my own sword because of what my dog did to herself. And I'm like, damn it, I was saving your daddy for you. Oh. And then I thought about my loss of my program, and I'm like, Coach, why are you crying a river, nigga? You can't even showcase them dogs. Bro, I got a dog right now that I bred with Shaka and Africa, the brother sister inbreeding. I got a female dog, black bitch, that is hot. That is hot, triple hot. I can't put her next to no bitch. I put her in a kennel next to Nina. That was a mistake. But I have my like mesh against there so they can't get at each other through the kennel bars, man. Them bitches found a way to break that and still get at each other.
That's that will in there. Oh my God.
And it was only 10 minutes.
Apart.
It was 10 minutes of time.
So
Now, granted, we lived next to each other for about 3 weeks, but it just only takes one time. But they bit through and tore through that motherfucker. Metal can't hold them. Like, you would have to have concrete. I would have to have them concrete blocks between them. They gonna find a way to tear through that bitch, punch through the shit.
They gonna find that weakness for real, man.
Oh, they smart. They gonna figure out a weakness or whatever.
Whatever.
But my point that I had to say to myself is like, why did I cook that up? I can't even utilize that dog. Got so much prey drive. All that dog want to do is be Jason Voorhees and kill.
Yep.
That's all that dog want to do. She want to kill. Same thing with Nina, the AK-74 band dog. I had her in the pack. I told you all that story back in the day. I had her in a pack, a 3-pack. And thank God when I came back, that fucking cowgirl wasn't dead. But she bit a hole in one of my dog's fucking chest.
Damn.
And they were puppies. So it's like I'm breeding these dogs with this maximum prey drive, but to me, I'm doing them an injustice because they can't utilize it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a hunter. I'm not like Caveman. Like Caveman would probably have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a dispatcher. He gonna dispatch any, my shit gonna dispatch your shit. You know what I'm saying? What you want dispatched, send them out. But at the same time, there's not many people that's like Caveman out there that's really using their dogs to hunt or having their dogs really protecting and killing large prey or whatever have you out there. There's not many people using these dogs for that.
That's true.
And even with the man stoppers, right? Think about the man stoppers. We talk about it all the time. Our dogs, we really want them to be a deterrent. I don't want my dogs to bite no human being because I'm getting sued, even if it was your fault.
Yep.
So it's like I'm creating these man stoppers with maximum prey and maximum man drive. But do I really want my dogs to really bite you? No, I really don't. Why am I putting maximum man drive in them dogs then? I'm not the police. See, the police can get away with their dogs biting you. We can't.
You might have to start catering to them with the dog.
I'm gonna have to start catering to the sporting dog world. Because like I can't keep breeding dog. I can't breed dogs with maximum prey drive if I'm not going to use them. I'm that sauce is just
It's too much, man.
it's too much sauce, man. I mean it is. And see, unless you a real dog man, what I mean by a real dog man that has seen dog on dog carnage. Whether you competed and seen it or you had it on your yard and seen it. Until you see that and then see dogs because they've been bred a certain type of way mentally, right? Genetically, mentally, they kind of like triggered. It's a trigger. And based off of that trigger and then the taste of blood and the sound of pain and squealing, that they get even more triggered to go even more. It's like, when you see a dog like that, like, oh shit, this dog is fucking uncontrollable when it comes to the drive. That shit is like, okay, nah. Especially if you're not using it. Especially when it's like, okay, we're gonna compete. How much money we got? Okay, what, we're gonna put 10 grand on this thing. You got 10, I got 10. Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, I got a dog just for you. Boom. Now, if I turn this dog on to your dog and see this dog going crazy and doing what I see it doing with that maximum prey drive, and it dispatches your dog, I'm making 10 grand. I get that part. I get that part if that's what it's about, the money. But if it's not about that type of money and you got dogs still that want to kill every varmint, horse, cow, come on. I mean, any prey. That right there is no bueno, man. That's no good. That's to me as a breeder, I'm not doing the breed any justice, making a dog a pit bull that's 112 pounds, that's bigger and stronger and faster, that want to kill shit. That's that I can't do that shit. I can't do it. I can't do it.
He gotta be a supreme athlete. That's his job. That'll be the sporting, yeah.
It'll have to be for the sport, but then I gotta take that prey drive out of there.
Yeah,
all
you gotta
is toy drive. That's all that dog needs is some toy drive. But the prey drive got to be out of there. Like I couldn't bring that fucking wall climbing dog. Let's say if that dog I was just talking about with Shaka in Africa, I couldn't bring that dog to a wall climb. Even though she might wall climb, all them dogs around her, she gonna want to be Jason Voorhees, kill.
Yeah, she gonna turn around and see them and just run to them.
Yeah, she ain't gonna be worried about no wall climb. Fuck the wall climb. Oh, you got the ball, daddy? I don't want that ball, daddy. I want that dog. Oh, I want that dog. Oh, I want that dog. Oh, I want that dog. Oh shit, I want all the dogs. My dog ain't gonna be able to concentrate with all them dogs around with prey drive.
All them dogs barking and all that shit.
Man, I'll be disqualified. They be like, Coach, you and your dog gotta go. You know what I'm saying? You're disrupting the wall climb.
Yeah, I feel you. Damn.
So I just don't see it. I just don't see it progressing. Now that's just, me looking at it from my own program, and like seeing the drive that we want in those type pit dogs, right? We want that in pit dogs, but I'm not doing what I was doing back in '98 when, I was over there hitting my dogs with my homies and shit, and we was letting them fucking rustle and do it. We was letting them spar back in the day. I ain't doing that shit no more. I ain't doing that no more. I mean, I don't know if anybody who's doing that or that I know. So if I'm not letting my dogs who like to spar because they was bred to spar for real, like, why am I building a Formula One version? Why would I turn AK into Black Hawk like I already did?
Right.
I already did. I turned AK into a Black Hawk. That's who Black Hawk is. He can't be around no dogs. he's his daddy's son, and I gave him a pacifier. Other than that, he want what his mama want. Daddy, you mean I can go in and bite him? Daddy, I can bite her, Daddy? Oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck them up. I'm gonna fuck them all up. And I'm gonna love it. And I ain't gonna feel no pain. They can dish it out. You know what I'm saying? I told you what he did to AR on the nose.
Yeah.
Had that boy on there. Had that nigga on that fucking singing. That boy was singing them high notes. That boy sound like Marcus Houston singing high notes. Singing
Not
that
Marcus
falsetto.
Houston.
That nigga was on that falsetto, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, okay, damn, you done changed your tone, boy. Before you was on that whoo, whoo, whoo. Now you're on that high notes. That Michael Jackson, hee hee. You on that shit.
Man, I could almost see a dog like that being loose in the neighborhood, terrorizing shit. Oh,
man,
God.
there'd be so many dead cats and dogs. And you know they're gonna be knocking at the only nigger in the neighborhood's house. His name is Coach. You're like, oh, that dog had to be yours. Only black people have those dogs. You know, like, damn it, how'd you know?
Yo, have one of your dogs ever gotten out?
No, praise the Lord. Only one of my dogs ever got loose with my damn fucking fluffy Frenchie.
Oh,
Okay.
Praise the Lord.
thank
Hell
God,
no.
right?
Hell no. Hell no. But see, I have my dogs like contained in their kennel. Then I got a lock on the kennel. But I've had dogs get out of kennels because they climb out. And I have another fence before they can get out. And then I have my property fenced, even though they can still get through that fence.
What?
So if one of them ever got out, they always tell on each other. So if something get out, oh man, the kennels is going crazy. So of course I'm gonna know something. Oh, bitch, you got out, bitch, you mother.
Yeah.
You know, they telling like, oh shit, I'm telling you got out. Oh hell no, you can't be out. Look, Dad, I'm trying to get out.
Yeah.
But
So-
what if you went out, like you had went out to eat or some shit?
No, I've never had that. Like I said, I lock my all my kennels have locks on them, or I got latches on it, so they can't lift the latch. And then the ones that I got that can climb out, they got lids. I put like lids on their ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that, you know, I have mine heavily secure. You know, and that's why I would never do chains for dogs, because my dogs are smarter than my dogs will break that shit, man. I got dogs that, like I said, them still kennels that I got. I never thought that they can break them motherfuckers. I knew they can bend them, because you know Shaka bit them motherfucker with his jaws, which I was like, damn, you been in them fucking fake ass Chinese steel bars. That's pretty damn strong. But he was one that he pulled the damn bar. He you know how them pit bulls, you already know how they operate, man. They determined. That motherfucker was working the weld on the bar. He kept pulling. It probably took him like a year to do it. But eventually he pulled that fucking bar off.
Yeah.
Off the weld.
Dang.
So, you know, my dog's on a chain. They'll probably finesse that chain. They'll probably either figure out how to wear that shit out on the ground, or they'll figure out how to break the latch.
Through that shit.
Yeah, or they'll break the latch, or they'll just probably kill themselves trying to get out off the actual collar. You know what I'm saying? You know, they'll figure out how to stretch and work the collar to loosen it, and then finesse themselves off of it. Like, I could never have my dogs on chains. But nah, man. Nah. Not these liabilities. Ready? Hell no, they ain't gonna ever get off no. Nah, no. No. God is good. So yeah, none of my dogs ever got loose. As far as like here at least. I've had my pit bull get loose when I lived in a residential, and you know, luckily there was a dog that I knew that she was gonna be at, and it was like, and I was home, but she chewed through the fence.
Dang.
You know, wooden fences are no no good for
Yeah.
doggies. They gonna chew through that wood like it ain't shit.
Right.
So she chewed through that bitch, got out, and I heard the scuffle. So I heard the scuffle. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then of course, I mean, shit, I went outside. I looked and to see my dog was not there, and I seen a hole in the fence, and I was like, oh yeah, I know where that bitch is at. And she was at the fence trying to chew through that fence to get at the neighbor's dog.
Damn.
So I got her just in time. Just in time. And then I had another scenario where a neighbor's little foo-foo dog got loose while I was walking my dog. That's why I never walk my dogs in the daytime. I always used to walk my dogs. When I live in my residential, I walk my dogs after 10 p.m. Because you got people who having their dogs, they have their dogs walking off of a leash.
Yep.
Why are you having your dog off a leash, ma'am? Especially when you can't control it. And that little fucking foo-foo dog ran up on my damn bitch. Man, she snatched that dog up in her mouth so fast. Oh, man, boy, that bitch was screaming, man. That woman was screaming. I said, ma'am, calm down, calm down. I just grabbed my dog. I put her in the headlock. RG, you better not be in my fucking chat, RG. I put her in I put my dog in the headlock. Man, I put her in the headlock, man. And I just squeezed my hardest. I squeezed my heart. I'll tell you, I put her in the sleeper, man. I told the lady, I said, ma'am, soon as my dog coughs, you better pull your fucking dog off, man. And I put her in the sleeper, and I was laying on top of her, and I put her in the sleeper, and she finally just gasped for air. And then that's the only way I got that fucking little foo-foo out of her mouth. Only. Her dog would have been dead. There's no way I'm prying her mouth off of that damn dog. Ain't no breaking stick gonna take that dog.
Nope.
Some people can do, some dogs will, break and stick my ass. You pry that shit. She ain't letting, man, that jaw, you know what I mean? When you got dogs that just got drive, they not loosening their mouth over no break and stick. You gonna break that shit in their mouth.
Facts.
I got a metal one, right? It's pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? I got it from what's that damn protection? I don't know. I'll remember the name, but it's a big time protection type. You get all those. Ray Allen.
That ain't gonna work for that Kango. I know that.
Oh hell no! But I got this metal one right from Ray Allen. It is dope. It's almost like a knife. It's like comes out like a knife and it's metal. Man, I know for a fact if I put that in my dog's mouth, especially like an AK or even in that bitch's mouth, I'll bend that shit before she opened her mouth. And it's one of those ones that you put up in the gum and you can like you like kind of torque it up. I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like you torque it up to kind of give them discomfort to the gums.
Yeah, the real shit.
Yeah. It kind of like, okay, that pinches my gum. Let me open my mouth a little bit. Then you kind of break them loose. Please. Especially a dog that don't feel no pain. They ain't feeling that shit in their gums. You know what they feeling? And they like feeling adrenaline, that blood trickling down their throat.
Love that shit.
Oh, they love that. It's like Count Dracula and shit. Oh, blood. More. But you put that dog in that headlock.
Can't breathe.
And then you squeeze and then you lay on the dog. Okay, this is a technique that works, y'all. You lay on your top of your dog, you put in the headlock, and you just squeeze and hold. And eventually the dog will have to gasp for air. And once it goes, you got it.
Yep.
You got it. Simple as that. Okay. Don't put your hand in their mouth. Don't be trying to put your hand in the jaw, trying to pry it open with your hands and shit. Stop it. Don't get you a stick from the ground. Stop it. Just, put that sleeper on. But I digress.
We was cooking, man. We might have to redo the live, man. RG and his folks gonna be up here next week.
I know. RG, forgive me, man. I was doing it out of love. I had to save another dog, RG. You know what I'm saying? I did. I saved that lady's dog, man. She thanked me. You know what I'm saying? It was her fault, but I saved the dog. You know what I mean? And my dog was not hurt after that. You know what I'm saying? That bitch was happy after she had that. Hey, my dog was happy she had that dog's head in her mouth and had the blood in her mouth. She was happy.
She got to do her job for the day.
Yeah. Yeah. She was like, oh man, I wanted to dispatch that little doggy. Like, no, I would have got sued. It would have been my fault that lady's dog ran up on my dog.
Yeah.
But again, it goes back to, the performance Apbt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes back to that RKBB salute family, man. Long time no see.
Salute.
But yeah, it goes back to, like, I don't think it will progress, y'all. I don't think it can progress because they're not bred the same way. They don't have the same breeding stock. It's not the same breeding formula. I don't care if you still calling it dogs. If you're still calling them these dogs from the past, we already know that's fraudulent. Those are fake Jordans from China. Those are fake J's from China, even though everything is made from China. But those are the replicas that you can't play hoop in. I mean, that's the reality of it because we can't test them. We can't test them. Like me telling you my dog has maximum prey drive. Okay. Coach, can you show me? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you show me? No. Why can't you show me, coach? Because I'll go to jail.
Nah, we don't want that.
I mean, that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a real answer. Oh, well, then your dogs don't have maximum prey drive. Well, I guess you're right then. So then your dog is not a pit dog because it's not in the pit. Because if you admit that it's in the pit, then guess where you're going?
With Diddy.
With whoever is in jail. That's where the hell you go.
Diddy.
You feel me? Like that shit is no bueno. So I know it's going to be hard for a lot of us who are in love with the breed, like what you were saying, Daryl. I'm in love with the breed too, but like, why am I calling these Jordans when they're not Jordans? You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
Exactly.
like what you were saying though, Duro. Like, there's LeBron and then there's Jordan. Okay, well, these ain't even LeBrons.
Facts. Or LeBron even got 4.
LeBron is even a fucking nature outcross. These guys don't even understand the power of hybrid vigor. They still inbreeding shit. These motherfuckers think that all these dogs is bred the same way. Pit bull to 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 pit bull, pit bull, pit bull, pure pit bull. When we know that these top tier performance dogs was crossed with all kind of shit. The legendary ones, at least.
That's the main one we forgot about, RKBB. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant.
No, I ain't forget about him. That's that. I put him and Mike the same because he was nothing but a Mike, part 2. So I ain't forget about him. Like real talk.
He was a Mike part 2.
Huh?
Kobe.
No, he was a Mike part 2.
Oh
but,
yeah.
Hey, but see, he was produced with performance recipe. Like, he's performing. His recipe is performance.
Yeah.
Like, who knows what was behind Michael Jordan's family tree? I'm sure there was some performers in there.
Yeah, because his older brother used to tear him up. That's what made him want to be great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His older brother Larry used to bust Mike behind.
Oh yeah.
And he could never win.
He was better. He was way better than Mike.
Yeah.
And shorter.
Yep. So you just never know. But we got Jelly Bean Bryant and Kobe come off of him. You know what I mean? So like that was in, and he was definitely better than his pops. Though Jelly Bean was definitely serviceable and could fly, but Kobe is definitely better. So I definitely agree with that.
So that's the only reason why, like, this live I wanted to do. Like, and I was thinking about this shit all week because of what I was going through. Like I was, like I said, I was hurt. I was like, damn, like I really wanted to do that breeding with AK and Drake, and like, oh, those dogs was gonna be so crazy. And then when I like saw the formula go to Jesus Christ, Drake was gonna go back to the Lord. I was like, damn, like,
I'm saying
what?
something.
Yeah, like what? Like, why? Even though you want to cook it, why? Like, bro, that's a waste of a dog. Ain't nobody. It's like I said, it's like you owning a Formula One race car, but you can't even drive it.
Yeah.
Right.
That car's way too fast for you. You don't qualify for it. Like you can't handle it. That car's way too fast. What you gonna do?
All you doing is cleaning it.
Yeah, you just looking at it. Are you gonna hire somebody to drive it for you and shit? What you gonna do? Hey, homeboy overseas, man. I see you got some dope ass dogs and shit, man. I just bought this fucking crazy freak from Coach, man. I need you to go. I need you to go compete with it for me over there. Go find you what's them fighting dogs over there overseas? Those what a caveman call them?
Fucking
Tosa.
Tosa Inu.
Yeah. Go to Japan with this thing, man, and I'll sponsor you, man. Just take my dog and shit. Like, no, I ain't doing all that shit. I ain't doing that shit. So then it goes back to now, those of us who got them performance pit bulls, now I mean shit, put them damn performance pit bulls into them herders, man. And sell them to them guys who want to do all them performance dog type sports. That's what I see that I'm probably gonna take my fucking sauce to, because if I'm making man stoppers like with my band dogs, like I told you, I don't really want to sell you a dog that will fucking bite a human, because then I might be responsible for having them killer human dogs because I bred them. That's the type of narrative that America pushes. They'll blame you, the breeder, for that shit. Well, he was the one that bred it.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on. My dogs ain't killing people, but you said them dogs got maximum prey drive and man drive. Well, oh shit, I did say that, huh? Fuck. You bred the killer in them. Well, yeah, I did. Oh fuck, shit. Guilty, coach. Fucking 10 years. Like, oh shit, no.
The only thing that really saves you is not having papers.
Well, I mean, they can always prove that you sold them the dog. You got paper trail with your text messages, your phone calls. The dogs that you have, they can always come back to you as the breeder. Like, okay, you bred the dog and shit, so you're responsible. you're responsible for this fucking.
Either way.
Yeah, you're responsible for this killer. Like,
it's in the data. They got you.
So now it's like we got to think responsibly now. At least now that's making me think even more responsibly. And regardless of my disclaimer that I tell all my consumers that might want to buy a dog that I don't need anymore. So I'll sell you a dog, right? So you're like, hey man, this dog is good. He has a great dog, guard dog, and it's got great drive. But please, that first year, don't be turning that dog on. Love on the dog. So that dog can understand its on-off switch. So that dog doesn't have to be triggered by anything that makes it want to bite it. But some people don't do that. They buy your dog to trigger it.
Yep.
And then that dog is uncontrollable. Then that dog is a nuisance. Then that dog is, biting people and killing neighbors' animals. And, and now, like I said, with social media, now they can go straight to the source now. Which we see in the pit bull community right now today. These big kennels getting busted. I'm sure, maybe they're doing things, maybe they're not, but I'm sure the people that they're selling dogs to is the reason why the people is on to them.
Nah, true that, true.
Because that's what they always do. It's like drugs. I mean, whoever said that, the dog game's like the dope game. So they're gonna go. They want to go to the source and shit, man. Where you get it from? It's not just the fact that you got caught fighting, but now the people want to interrogate you. Like, hey, where you buy this dog from, nigga?
Yeah.
Man, you got a fucking 10-time champion and shit, nigga. Shit, damn, that's the sauce. I know they're getting a lot of money for that sauce. That's the raw. Where you get that from? I'll give you probation. You just take me to the source.
Shit.
Then niggas start singing the shit. Man, that nigga sell champions all over the world and shit. Yeah. I done bought 5 dogs already off that nigga. Yeah. He sell fighting dogs. He been selling fighting dogs for 30 years. Yeah.
God damn.
Got you. Then he send them over to your house. Hey man, I'm trying to buy one. Matter of fact, man, shit, me and my crew, we want to buy fucking about 5 litters worth. Now you don't think you hit the jackpot. It's the feds.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The niggas done. Hey, they done bought 20 of your litters for the past 5 years just to build a case on your ass. You thinking you rich?
Mhm.
The feds fucking milking your ass 5 years, buying all your dogs, finding out all the fucking shows, all the other people you sold dogs to, and now they knocking on your door and shit, nigga. We got you.
Yeah. They just ain't they just ain't gonna they ain't gonna mess with your world just you know what I'm saying. They gonna disrupt your world, but over time.
Yeah, because they want to get everybody else.
Thing. Yeah, they gonna build that case.
Yep.
Because guess what they get when they do that? They get everybody. They get your whole web when they do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they ain't in no rush. Shit, I mean that's government money. That's free. That's free. That's free time for them. That's government money. They ain't worried about that shit, nigga. How much money? How much time? How much overtime you need, nigga? That's like fun and games for them.
They love it. They love that.
You mean we can work this case for 5 years and get paid? Shit, that's easy.
Got them, Bill.
Yeah, go ahead and get them, Bill. You mean we can fucking act like the bad guys even though we're the good guys? Oh man, that's so fun. That's so fun, huh? We can act like we're fucking hoodlums and thugs and shit all damn day and don't get in trouble. Oh shit, that's fun.
That's light drugs. We'll take that.
Yeah, exactly, man. Shit, man. We know how to fucking piss it out of our system when it's time for the P test and shit. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Roger that.
You know what I mean? You know the coke only lasts what fucking 72 hours in your system, man. Let me get some of that.
10-4.
Come on, man. But see, that's the wave, though. That's the wave. If you're pushing these type of dogs, that's the wave. So I had to freaking, reality slapped me in my face with just losing a possible piece of my puzzle for my performance pit bull. And I'm like, okay, well, now I need to shift directions in my program altogether. And like what you were saying, caveman, I did preserve mine. I got semen on my shit. So if I ever wanted a pit bull, I can cook me up one. If I ever wanted an AK, I can cook me up a variant of an AK. It won't be him, but it'll be a variant. But for me to build a Formula One version of AK that will never be used,
yeah, that's bullshit.
That's a waste. That's such a waste. And I was thinking that I was gonna take that damn that fucking super fiery bitch, that super hot sauce bitch, Shaka and Africa bitch. I was thinking about taking that to Black Hawk and AK, like making it even more, vicious, flamed up, driven freaking dog. Like what? For what?
See, that shit sounds amazing to the ears, like. But
if it was being used, yes. If we can see it in the track, right? If we can see it in the track and see that motherfucker go, woo, 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 and we can cheer it on, yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Well, we can't use them for like some type of racing, like the Greyhounds, how they chasing that.
Yeah, but you don't need that type of drive in that, man. You need more athleticism. You know what I mean? But the drive to fucking want to be Jason Voorhees, that kill.
I feel you, man.
That right there.
Because I kind of feel how Duro's feeling too a little bit. Like it's that name. That name is killing it a little bit. That's what it is. But that dog, like, we gotta be able to preserve it.
The dog is already preserved. It's in the Hall of Fame, man. Them dogs that really did that, kill. Okay? That was really in the pit, legendary, laid it all on the line, game type shit. They will always live. Their stories are still playing today like they're alive 30 years later, okay? So that shit ain't gonna die. However, the dogs that people are claiming that are those dogs that they're talking about from 30 years ago, they're fraudulently claiming these dogs as if they were the dogs of the past. That's fraud. Those are knockoffs. Those ain't the real deal. Why are we talking about them? Ain't no progression. Now watch this. If there was a Mayday, which there was, or all these champion dogs, which they were, who proved themselves, and then there happened to be one that was a 15-time world champion American Pit Bull Terrier, then guess what? The progress was made, wasn't it? But this ain't the NBA, y'all. This ain't the NFL, where what every year they putting somebody in the Hall of Fame. You can't do that with these dogs no more. Not in America. Maybe overseas. So look, go overseas and pump those pit bulls. But we already know with those guys overseas, they cooking them like they was cooking them back in the OG. As a matter of fact, they're cooking them even better because you know they ain't lying with they mixes.
Yeah.
Them dogs overseas are not the same dogs as the ones. The dogs over here in America don't have shit on them dogs overseas. I don't care what nobody say.
No, you're right. You ain't saying nothing wrong.
And you know, there's some people like, oh, them dogs overseas ain't shit. No. Them dogs overseas, they got the sauce. Not only that, they got the formula. They know the formula. They're not caught up in pedigrees and paperwork like us Americans are. Well, not us. I ain't a part of that bullshit. But a lot of those American pit bull enthusiasts are all about the paperwork.
Facts.
They cook about dog. Their cook-ups is formulas of dogs. Formulas of dogs, winners, and producers. You're a winner and a producer. We're cooking with you. Oh, and there's something else that I need that's going to give me an edge. When I go and have my next match, I'm cooking with that too. I don't give a fuck if it's another breed. I'm cooking with that. Because like Caveman said, it's a weight and a date. And you know, hey, your dog looks kind of funny. What? Are we putting 50 grand on it or not? Hell yeah, let's run it. Chris Brown.
When I win, I'm laughing to the bank, and I
50 cents on.
Exactly.
Take it to the bank, 50 cents.
Straight to the bank, man.
Take it to the bank, 50. But that's not the wave in America today for the performance American Pit Bull, not the Pit Bull, PET, but the PIT, the performance version. That is not today's wave of dogs, is not those waves of dogs. So there will be no progression when it comes to the American Pit Bull Terrier, unless you Humpty Hump, Shock G, rest in peace, Digital Underground. And if you're Digital Underground, we will never hear about them dogs. We will never hear about them dogs. There will be nobody talking about any of those dogs that are advanced versions of the past American Pit Bull Terrier performance game bred dogs. It would be a myth. We'll be having the Mythbusters about American Pit Bull Terrier game dogs. That's what we'll be having. It'll be a game show. There's a myth about a dog that whoop, 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 wah, 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 wah. Now, have anybody heard of that one? Yeah, I kind of heard of it, but has anybody got any pictures of it? No. It's like seeing Bigfoot and shit.
It'll be exactly like that. Yeah.
It wouldn't be like, hey, hold on, bro. If you go on this Facebook group, they're showing his fights online. Like, what? What? The fuck? What are you talking about? Hey, you know, homeboy over there, he got some all kind of subliminals on his podcast about the dog. What? He's got subliminals. The fuck? Thought that shit's underground. Now, homeboy bought fucking 10 dogs from the breeder that breeds them over there fucking in Kansas City. What? Kansas City? Breeder? I can get those dogs from that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be what we're dealing with today, which is all this, you know, talking and assuming and acting like these dogs are really on the level of the dogs of the past. But I mean, this is just a conversation, you know what I'm saying? I just had to come to my own realization that like, yeah, I can't even claim what I'm claiming on my dogs because I'm not putting them up against 112-pound AK.
Right. Damn. So yeah.
In a pit. So now I stand corrected. So now I just got to call AK just a freak of nature now.
Yeah.
Because the legacy of where he come from is pit bull, but AK ain't never been in a pit. Chaka, his legacy is a pit bull, but I ain't never had him fighting in the pit. Nor his mother, nor his grandmother. Why am I calling them pit bulls? Just because it's a name? Yeah, that's why everybody else is calling their dog pit bulls, but not the OGs that was really in the pit with them. So now we almost like it's like almost like a mockery in today's time. It's like you calling your horse a racehorse, but it ain't never raced. The fuck? Yeah, I just bought this thoroughbred racehorse. Yeah, man, this is fucking a thoroughbred racehorse, man. Has that dog ever raced? No, man, I ain't never raced a dog ever. What the fuck is a racehorse? Well, it came from, a long line. When was the last race from, when was the last ancestor race? Like 30 years ago. Those are still racehorses? We're talking performance now. That's what I'm saying. We're not talking regular shit. We're not just talking about you put a name on a dog or a horse, and that's what it is. This is a Palomino horse. You know what I mean? No, this is a racehorse, but it ain't racing.
Damn.
This is a performance pit game dog, but ain't never been in a pit.
That's crazy, man.
So
experience, man.
So if I'm a breeder, which I do breed my own shit, okay, and I am Formula One level, and I am when it comes to my engineering, and I'm putting these type of genetic characteristics in my dogs, but my dogs never get to use what's inside of them. As a breeder of them dogs, I'm not doing my dog any justice by doing that. When I cook up the next generations that's bigger, faster, and stronger with maximum prey drive, and they're sitting there wanting to use it and they can't, then I'm doing a disservice to my dog. I'm actually torturing that dog.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's like you being a basketball player, but you can see the hoop, but you can't go and play.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the ball, but you can't pick it up. But every day you want to play basketball. But instead, I give you a soccer ball and tell you go kick that bitch.
Yeah.
Like,
and they're thinking you dead nice.
Right, because I'm chasing a flirt pole and I'm climbing a wall or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Stop it. I mean, like, we gotta stop that shit. Oh, my dog can bite hard. Looking at it bite that shit. Like, like, let's stop it. My dog is game. Like, look, like, stop it, y'all.
Any dog can do that.
Yeah, like, oh, my dog got so much drive. Look at it chase that ball. The fuck? Oh, my dog will bite the shit out of you. Look at it bite that sleeve. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Look, my dog will tear up any dog. Look at that. Look at him bite that squirrel and shit. That's a damn squirrel. What the fuck is a squirrel gonna do? So
rabies.
We just have to think outside the box to understand the circle. And with the circle, which is progression, the game pit bull, if you're breeding like the OGs and you're choosing your stock like the OGs, and you're not doing what the OGs are doing to breed, and you're not testing your dogs like the OGs to test, and then you're not competing in the pit, then progression of that dog is no longer. That's it. It ended with them. Period. Dot dot dot. 1, 2, 3. Dot dot dot. If you carry that on in America, you're an idiot. If you want to go overseas to Mexico or wherever else and do that shit over there. So to those who have them over there where they can do it, they can progress it. But in America, and you live in the States and you talking like you got one of them dogs and these dogs now, and especially if you talking like them dogs are living from 30 years ago today. I'm talking about if you talking like them dogs are still your dogs today, bro, we don't believe you. You need more people. Like, what did Jay-Z say? We don't believe you need more people. We don't believe you. There's no way. Okay. But if you got some new shit that's doing that shit and you tell us about it, you the dumbest motherfucker. I still don't believe you because you're telling on yourself. I don't believe that you were telling yourself. That's what I'll give you credit. I'll give you credit because you know what? If you told me you got it now, I'm like, I don't believe you because you're telling on yourself, nigga. So he's telling, he would never tell on himself, right, world? You know, these dummies, these niggas are stupid as fuck anyway. So they probably are telling on themselves. But I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because I don't want to be the person that confirms that you telling me that. So I'm gonna say, nah, nigga, no, you lying. No, coach, I got one right now. Coach, I got the best dog in my shit. 30 times champion. Nigga, you lying, nigga. Shut up, nigga. Yeah, like you really want to go to jail, nigga. Stop that shit, nigga. You funny.
True.
So if that part of the equation that I just talked about is not in the forefront today, the progression of the performance, keyword, American Pit Bull Terrier is no longer. Leave those days to the Michael Jordans of the game. Pay them homage, salute them, give them their respect. All them OG dogmen that cooked with those bloodlines that you acting like is today, do not steal and plagiarize they wave and a formula because you do not have the formula. Okay, we're going to talk about the formula dogs next week. Ooh, I like that one. We're going to talk about the formula versus the dog. We're going to talk about that. Okay.
Okay, that's a good one.
Oh, it's gonna be a really good one, okay? Because we can really cook on that one. We cook all the time, but that's gonna be a really good one.
Yeah.
But don't talk like the dog of yesterday, the legend of Michael Jordan is playing today. They got, you know what I'm saying? The Michael Jordan dogs is dead in the dirt, man.
Over.
The ashes, dust to dust. They sold. God might have put him in another dog. God might have put him in a Chihuahua. Who knows what God put him in? Okay, they living a better life as a lap dog. Who knows? But the actual legacy of what them dogs was doing that made them so legendary, them dogs is they're in the Hall of Fame, they're in the Raptors. Those jerseys, those dog jerseys, they retired. Why you wearing them dogs jerseys as if they still playing in the game today? Because that's what's going on with the American Pit Bull today. They wearing 30, you know what I mean? They wearing them retro jerseys. Remember them retro jerseys we used to wear back in the day? We used to wear them jerseys.
Right. Throwbacks.
Them throwbacks. Yep. There you go, Duro. That's what they doing with the damn game dogs. They're wearing the throwback jerseys. Them shits is old, nigga. Put them shits back in the Raptors. You disrespecting the dog. You disrespecting the dog man. They actually did that shit.
Yep.
These dogs ain't bred the same way. That's the reason. They're not bred the same way. They didn't breed off of pedigrees. You dog people that's into those pit bulls breed off of pedigrees. Y'all don't breed off of dogs because you don't have the breeding stock to do it because you can't test it. And as I digress, and if you do have that, we better not know about it. Keep your dumb ass in the shadows. Don't come out here talking about it, because as soon as you talk about like you got some shit that's playing today, we don't believe you. You need more people. You a fucking liar. And that's coming from a real dog man that know the real sauce. That's coming from a real dog man that was crying inside when I was like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to produce those AKs. Like, really? Oh, I was hurt. And then God hit me with a reality check, like, but yeah, son, I get it, son, I get it. I know you're hurt, son, I get it, but reality check, son. Look, when you cook those up, who's going to be able to use those? When you cook those up, who is going to pay for them?
Duro.
You expect, well, yeah, I mean, Duro, you're part of the few, Duro, okay? But I had to think about the biggest picture, which is you're cooking up a dog. Like I said, we talk about Formula One level, we talk about performance. Like, bro, these niggas ain't using these dogs for that. What would the pit bull world do with a dog that's bigger, stronger, and faster? Like, what would they do with that? They couldn't do nothing with it because, like K-Man said, like they would have to find a dog that matched the weight in the date. There's none of your dogs will be able to compete with that shit. I don't care what kind of tough dog you got. If it's not matching the weight, that's mismatch. I don't care how fast and strong, how hard the bite is, and all that shit. No, you wouldn't do it. It's like Mike Tyson and freaking Floyd Mayweather. You're not gonna put them in a match together. I don't care how good Floyd is. You wouldn't do it. Like, yo, Floyd, you gonna outbox Tyson, man, but all he needs is one hit. All Tyson just needs is one of those, nigga. You in your prime, Tyson is prime. We would never match you guys the same because you're good at, but one of those Tyson hits, nigga, you sleepers.
That's that Kango hit. Boom. That Kango.
Right. And that's why I told y'all with the Kango what I'm about to do with the disclosure, though. I'm gonna have to put that out there. Like, when you buy one of those, nigga, I am not responsible. I will not be sued.
You gotta copy their ID with a
no, it's gonna be a contract for one of those for sure. Because I'm not trying to be liable. Remember we talked about dogs that kill. Breeders who breed them can be responsible for that, even though you sold a dog to somebody else and they was the irresponsible one. But now they want to say, well, this dog should have never been bred. Who bred him? Well, sir, ma'am, I signed off liability on that. So sorry. So here it is.
Word. Remember, like back in the day when you used to get your Nintendo games and it came with instruction booklet? This is what you need with these dogs, an instruction booklet.
You're probably right. You're probably right with that. A manual, a dog manual.
Yep.
That might be a good idea.
That's funny.
No, that would be a good idea, though.
Real, bro. Because that's a different type of animal right there. That ain't like a regular animal, like a regular dog.
And that boy Reddy sent us. I think you sent us in the group. Reddy, you sent us a damn Kango fucking climbing up a tree and shit.
Yep. If they want it, they gonna get it. They're gonna find a way to get it.
So in reality, you said something earlier, Duro. You said about the dog game being fickle.
Mm-hmm.
Things are changing, and like you said, and we predicted this shit maybe a year ago or something like that about the game about to shift toward more performance type dogs, and we're starting to see that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, which is good. We predicted that. I do feel that the dogs that are going to fetch the most money are going to be the dogs that are bred for sport.
I agree. I can see it going that way.
I do feel that, because to me, that's the only way you could justify the price. People are now understanding that these designer dogs like the Frenchies or whatever else out there, these little Pomeranian, whatever these dogs are called. See, they're starting to figure out you're buying it because, oh, how cute. But then when the vet bills start adding up,
Yep.
or your dogs die for whatever reason, or they get sick, cancer, and these different things that these damn designer dogs get, then they're going to start to realize, like, wait, I'm overpaying for a dog that's really more of an ornament than something that is going to be a solid pet for my family.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of me spending that on this foo-foo dog that can't do nothing, I got my wife at home and my kids, I'm working and shit. Sometimes my wife be kind of scared because she's home alone. So, I need to give me a dog that can protect my home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or I got, all these nice cars or whatever. I got a nice property and shit with some good animals and shit. I need me a nice little guard dog now.
Yep.
Or I want a dog that used to live like our little mutt dog that we used to feed scraps and shit. That nigga lived for like 20 years and shit. I'm tired of my dogs dying at 5 years old and, things at 6 years old and stuff like that. Like, that's now that is starting to be the mentality of the consumer.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that. But at the same time, when it comes to performance, the only ones that will appreciate a higher performance level type dogs are the ones that use those dogs for sport. Because that's the only way they're going to really see those dogs do what they do. Or you sell them to the police or the military. I can see bull herders being sold to the police and the military.
Yep.
I can see that happening. Because think about back in the day when the German Shepherd was super popular, how much money that them jokers out there in Germany was making with the military contracts. When they were buying those German Shepherds from overseas and the police contracts. Because that's where they were getting their dogs from in the beginning. They was buying them from breeders overseas.
And the Soviet Union too. Yeah.
Man, imagine you getting a military contract for your dogs, man. Shit, man. Dogman Don said something to me last week. He was like, Coach, if somebody offered to buy the whole litter, I think it was the Kangal.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
He said that. He's like, Coach, if somebody offered to buy the whole litter off of AK and the Kangal, would you take it? I mean, of course, that was a trick. That was a trick question, right? Of course, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna take it. But you know what? I thought about that when I was crying a river about the death of my XXL Pitbull program. I'm like, no, that nigga's right though, because the type of dogs that I'm cooking, that I could cook up with those, with the AK bull herder types, those could go to the military and the police.
Yep. So AK lives on.
Right. And then the performance part can be used. So now I have purpose.
You could do that with Black Hawk too.
Exactly.
All of them.
All of them. Like I said, I could do that with AR-15.
Yep. There's a will, there's a way, man. Yeah.
But see, now we can utilize and test the performance, because right now, I mean, prey drive. I mean, what? I'm not a hunter like Caveman. I'm not out there hunting shit. But I love maximum. I love prey drive. I like a dog that want to hunt. I love it. I would love to. I know how to make them. I like athletic dogs. I like dogs that can bite hard. I like dogs that can kill. I know how to make them, but why am I making them? It's like a weapons dealer that has nobody to sell weapons to. I got all the top shit weapons and shit, but I don't have a lane to sell them to. Or I got these nuclear weapons, but there's only 6 countries that can buy them.
Sitting on shit.
Yeah, like, why am I making these nuclear weapons when I can only sell them to six countries? Like, shit, damn it. So yeah, Duro, I might have to cook you up one on the side just for you, man.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? I might have to do that just for you, Duro. Or you know what I'll do for you, Duro, is man, you just buy you a straw off of AK, man, and cook up your own, add AK directly into your sauce. If I don't do that, just add them into your shit. You know,
Okay.
take them to Chanel, put them in your staff.
The nail fix.
Oh shit,
Yeah, she had 5 years, so I had to fix it.
It's all good. It's all good. I still, like I said, I still got it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, I just like, bro, how am I gonna,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
She the shit too, so that kind of hurt me. But you know what I mean, I had to save her life more so than me, you know what I'm saying, worried about that.
No, you did right. You a
Yeah.
vet. You know what it is. You know what I mean? That makes a lot of sense. What you just did. You know, so we had to figure. We'll figure it out on that end. But I mean, the topic of tonight is something that, I mean, it's the truth.
Yeah.
We broke it down.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's just a wrap. Retired, man. Let the OG, like I said, put them damn retro fucking jerseys back, nigga. Y'all don't deserve to wear them. Stop wearing old dog jerseys.
Gotta let it die, man.
Stop bringing up Phil Jackson's record. Them, Kobe and all, whoever them damn old dog men. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas ain't Phil Jackson and Bill Belichick. Y'all ain't them dog men. Stop it. Stop talking like y'all them niggas, man. Them niggas is dead already. Most of them is already dead. You know what I mean? We not living in them days no more. You know, do something else with them dogs. You know, hey, let's start talking about them dogs jumping them damn them walls and shit. Let's start talking like that. That to me would be more realistic and more like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, oh, you got the number one wall climber. You know, you got the number one lure courser, whatever the hell they be doing them lure courses that they do. Yeah,
Mhm.
you got a number one of those. Oh shit, okay. Well, that's the American Bull Terrier. You know what I'm saying? We not no disrespect now. We ain't disrespecting you. I mean, shit, he ain't in the pit no more. Take it out. Take it out now. That's the American Bull Terrier. Okay, shit. You know what I mean? Oh, his great granddaddy was a pit dog. Oh man, well, salute to that. Salute to that. Yeah, man. His great granddaddy was a fucking pit dog, man. Hey, man, salute to his great granddaddy.
To the
But
legendary pit dog.
yeah, let them be who they are, man. Hall of Fame them out, and that doesn't. To me, like Duro, that doesn't take away from the legacy. That puts the respect on it.
Putting it in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Like I said, we're not gonna disrespect Jordan when there's somebody's playing and you're not Jordan. We give Kobe his flowers because he played like Jordan.
Right.
That's why Kobe get it. Not because, oh well, he tried to play like Jordan. No, hell no. Kobe was fucking Jordan number 2.
Yeah, for sure.
So then he can carry the name on if that's what we're going to call it. But you know what? Guess what? He in the Hall of Fame just like Jordan. That's my point. These dogs will never be in the Hall of Fame. Unless they overseas Hall of Fame, unless they're playing overseas, you know, they got leagues in overseas, China, Europe.
Yeah.
Right? They got their own Hall of Fame. The NFL Hall of Fame is not the same as, the XFL or whatever, the CFL.
Yeah.
That's 2 different leagues.
Yeah.
So we would not take them European champions and compare them to our American game dog champions. You know what I mean? Our Shield Source is the best of the best. That's where they got their formula from. So we're not gonna you know what I'm saying? We're not gonna put them overseas champions in the same fucking category as ours.
These dogs is in the G League over here, but they never get to play in the NBA.
There you go. The dogs of today, at least.
Yeah, they in the G Leagues. Leangelo Ball and shit.
That's disrespectful, man.
That's my man's. I loved him, yo. I thought he was gonna be in the league for sure, bro. To me, he was the best one out of all the brothers. The middle brother, yeah. And then he did that shit.
What he stole from China?
Yeah, or whatever with the glasses and shit.
Yeah. Trump got his ass back too. He got lucky because Trump got him back.
Nah, but I think he from time to time he do come back and play with his brother and shit with Mello and shit.
Melo nice.
He goes back.
And Melo can stay healthy, man. He nice.
Yeah. He's ill. It's crazy, man. But yeah, that's what it is now.
Is rest in peace for that. You know, these dogs now are just going to be they're going to be confirmation show dogs.
AKC.
Lure chasing dogs, wall climbing dogs. They can be catch dogs because the prey drives are taken out of them, so they can catch with other dogs. So they'll be catch dogs.
Coursing. They could do coursing.
Dogs, treadmill racing dogs.
What's that? Hurdling.
They can do the hurdle. Any of those type of sports that you see.
Swimming.
Dog sports, yeah, swimming. They could probably do the dock diving.
Dock diving, yeah.
They can do shit like that. But all this other stuff that they're talking about, the pit part of it,
yeah,
that's done. That's done data, y'all. I mean, I hate to break the real news to y'all, but it's done data, and we're doing this based off of the legacy of the dogs that were bred and tested and proven in the pit, and that had real champions and produced real champions and real winners, all that type of shit. That's what we're gonna do for them, the real pit dogs. All the other ones, if they want to keep the Apbt, those are American pet PET bull terriers. If you want to keep your Apbt, then make sure we say, oh, you got the American pet bull terrier
for your couch.
Yeah, or just whatever. If it's not in a pit, that's what it is. Just
walk down the street and look.
I produce performance dogs. I know what a maxed out prey driven dog is, and that is not a dog of today. And if it is, then we, because I'm one of them, are doing our dogs injustice because they want to be on some Jason Voorhees shit, and we don't allow them to do it because we'll go to jail for it.
Yeah.
There's the reality. I got dogs that would love to kill some prey, but I don't allow it. So because they want to please their daddy, they don't do it. But don't you think that they're not thinking about doing it?
Yeah, that's all that's on their mind.
That's all that's on their mind. Because as soon as they get their chance to do something, they're going to do it. As soon as they get their chance. Who is that dog that they used to kind of, they can pass by the kennel by, they can ignore each other. As soon as they get loose, kennel accident. It's bad. It's real bad. And the dogs are happy because they've been wanting to do that shit.
Hell yeah. And they don't forget either.
Never forget. Bad. They never forget. A dog never forgets its adversary. Never. I'm a witness to that. I don't care how many years go by. Once an enemy, always an enemy. Dogs hold grudges.
Yeah. Just like elephants and shit. Elephants don't forget either.
With the super memory of an elephant, huh? I mean, hey, to each their own. We just talk about real shit over here in the lab. You know what I'm saying? We're just realist about the dog game. I mean, we're not here to fabricate shit, sugarcoat shit. We look at it from a logical perspective, use reasoning behind what we're talking about. We use those mathematics, right? Genetically, and we cook up. And when we cook a American Pit Bull performance up today, a performance American, like how they cooked, like the legends cooked them up. Ain't nobody cooking up like that. And if you are, then like we said, as I said multiple times, you're digital underground and we should never know about it. We should never hear you talk about it.
Yeah.
If that's what you're doing. If you're overseas, do what you do. Talk about overseas, that's what they're doing. But you in America, don't talk like you overseas. Because even if you are doing it in America, us who know better is not going to give you your credit. And you shouldn't want our credit anyway. Because you don't know who I am. I could be the feds, nigga. Oh, got him. Oh, we got us one. Oh, we knew them niggas couldn't hold their tongue. Them niggas can never hold their tongue. Them niggas talk about it. Them niggas snitch on themselves all the time. They can't do it. Oh, they want the clout so bad.
Right.
We didn't have to do no investigation, man. That shit was right. They just told us. They just told them. Oh, look, no, I did. Oh, I got them dogs. Oh, your dog's a cur. My dog is this. Oh, what? Really? Yeah, my dog's a cur, man. Can I get one of those? It is as simple as that, y'all. And before I close out, too, salute to all the OGs who is telling their stories and they live in the past and stuff like that. They are the only ones that can talk like that. That's my opinion. I've been around all the dog communities, and I just, like I said, I'm like a scout. I just like the information. However, when people commentate on things of the past, see, you can only be a Stephen A. Smith, right? A Stu, rest in peace, from Sports Center, commentator on things that's happening now. That's the only reason why we want to listen to you, because you're talking about what sports is playing now, right? Shannon Sharp, all these niggas. But if you still trying to commentate on shit that ain't happening, that shit is played out. I'm tired of hearing that shit. I'm tired. Talk about something new.
Word. New.
Okay? That's why we listen to Sports Center. If Sports Center played us some shit from 10 years ago today and they keep playing it, you know how Sports Center do, right? They'll play the shit from the previous day all day the next day. Rerun. It'll be repeat over and over. And you know how they do that shit. It'll be the same shit. But then the next day, it's the next day shit over and over. It's not, they don't just keep talking about the same shit over and over. They do that one day and they move on. Why in the dog game, especially when it comes to performance pit bulls, we still talking about some shit from 10 years ago. Only ones that can still talk like that is the OGs, because that's all they got.
Yep.
So they can go and reminisce and talk about their stories, because that's their stories. They can do that. They can go back up down memory lane and look at the pedigrees and talk about they shit, because that's their shit. And what people that was competing with them had and all that shit, the Fat Bills, all them jokers, going hard, whoever else out there, OGs, y'all do what y'all do. Schoolboy, y'all do what y'all do, okay? But see, we know what we gonna get when we listen to them, right? If we want to get some reminiscent shit, we go fuck with them. But for us guys and gals who like new shit, and if you are talking about performance dogs, man, be on your new shit. Come on, man, let's elevate this shit.
Facts.
Think outside the box so we can make the circle. The circle is the cycle. We should always be cycling better. The only way we're going to do that is we got to talk better. We got to talk with ideas. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk like it's okay to think outside of it and come up with ideas to better shit. Coach, I was in the lab. Coach, Coach, I did that. Coach, we did that. Coach, have you seen this dog? That's why I love what you be talking about, Reddy. Reddy be talking about all kind of dogs I ain't never heard of. Shit I ain't never heard of. Have me curious. Like, what's that? Tell me about it. Wow, shit. That's what I like. Because guess what? When I hear stuff like that, it gives me ideas. I go and research shit. Let me look at that shit. Damn, there's kangos climbing trees and shit. Damn, let me go see some other kangos climbing trees. I mean, there's this type of dog. Wow, that dog's cool as fuck. Let me go ahead and see. But if we're not talking like that as dog men and women, especially when it comes to these type of performance dogs, especially when it comes to the pit bull, Where's the progression at?
We won't elevate it. We won't elevate anything.
Won't elevate anything. And we already know if you breed the way you think you're supposed to breed with pit bulls, the dogs will be extinct anyway. If you breed the way you think pit bulls are really bred, performance pit bulls if you breed by them pedigrees the way they tell you, 20 times, 50 times this type dog, your dog will be extinct anyway. Your dogs will be shit and trash anyway if you really bred like that.
Right.
But we know that's cap anyway. We know that's cap. We know that's Capadonna right there.
Yeah.
That's that Capitan, nigga. That shit ain't real. But see, us talking like this is progressive talk. This that classroom talk. They don't want to come and learn nothing. They want to be entertained. So I go bring back shit of the past so that you can be entertained, like as if they're doing it today. Or like if I'm fucking Stephen A. Smith, a fucking expert about what they was doing in the past when I wasn't even there, nigga. You wasn't at the game. Stephen A. Smith was at the game and shit. Stephen A. Smith interviewed fucking, the players and shit. Cats on these fucking channels is talking like they interviewing the players today. Them niggas, them dogs and them fucking OG dog man is dead. Why are we talking about them like that? Because we ain't got nothing else to talk about. You ain't got no new dogs to talk about.
Word.
You ain't got no new recipes that's better than the next ones. Right? Y'all didn't add a different cross because your shit was broken down, and you added this damn dog. Oh shit, you did a fucking whole different breed cross? Yeah, I did that. Damn, that's why your dog is, that's why my dog is. See, we're not talking like that in today. Well, we are, but out there ain't talking like that. So then, the content becomes dry now. It's dry shit. It's just dry, like dry bread.
Stale. Word.
So we have to understand, in order to progress, we got to think ahead. We respect the past, but we respect the past by leaving it in the past. That's respect. Stop wearing Michael Jordan's jersey. You ain't Michael Jordan, nigga. That shit's retired in the rafters. Make your own name. Make your own dogs. Come up with some different formulas. Like we said, let's make the OGs that's still alive see what we doing and come and give us respect. Hey, young boy, like, damn it, man, me and the OGs is talking. We talk about your shit. We was like, damn, we wish we could be doing it like y'all niggas is doing it. Like, see, that's how the OGs should be talking about us. Yeah, we couldn't do all the stuff that y'all was doing. Like, y'all got so much more than what we got. But why we not acting like it? Why we not cooking like it? I know I cook like it. I'm too ahead of this shit. I have to take my concepts. I gotta put them away because it's too advanced. Coach, you're way too ahead. Put that shit up. You can't cook that right now. Nigga, that's just fucking 10 years ahead of time. But it's like, why? Because nobody else think like that? I know we do, but we're part of the few, fellas. Maybe ladies that might be listening. There's a few of us that think like that. Everybody else is like, they think that we fucking, I don't know what they think we are. But again, it goes back to the dogs too. How many dogs other than the Hulk? And shout out to Marlon with his expert marketing, but he just piggybacked the Hulk off of Biggest Pit Bull, and he figured out how to go viral.
All right.
But when you look at the Hulk, right, big dog, and this is no disrespect to you, Marlon, if you ever listen, which you probably not listen to me. I don't want to disrespect nobody, but that's not an impressive dog to me. It's nothing against him and the Hulk, but that doesn't impress me. If Hulk was big like that, was muscled up, chiseled up, 185 chiseled up, fucking superior athlete, me who like performance dogs, that's impressive to me. Look at
Come on, coach. Come on, man.
What?
Nah, man. Because when he came out, Hawk was impressive because for what was going on at that time, for him being the American bully and what was going on at that time, he was impressive.
So you feel that he was impressive?
I do.
Okay, understood. You ever seen Notorious Juan Gotti?
Yeah.
He's what's his name is more impressive than Juan Gotti? Hulk. You think Hulk is more impressive than Notorious Juan Gotti?
I don't think he was more impressive, but I just, you know what I'm saying?
No, for real. Compare the two. We're not talking about 185 pounds. We're talking about an XL bully with another XL bully. When you seen, because I'm from California, so I've seen Juan Gotti. But if you seen the picture of Juan Gotti versus the picture of Hulk, which one is the most impressive to you, Duro? If I might ask, this is it's all opinion anyway. So, but
I mean, me personally, you know, I like Hulk. Me personally,
why, if I might ask?
I just never seen a bulldog like that. Like I just never seen a bulldog like so damn big like that. Like that dog to me was just that headpiece, like the body. Like it was just, I really liked him. I liked him.
Respect. To me, his hair looked like a mastiff head. He got a mastiff type head. He got like a lot of wrinkles in his face, like a mastiff. It was like one of them shit, like them Chevy dogs. That's what it reminded me of. But his face was like super mastiffy. His skin wasn't tight. This is my opinion, because like I said, I'm a performance dog.
Yeah, I like the grandfather. I liked his dad. What's that joint?
General?
Ghostface. That white joint he had.
Who was General? I like General more than
the grandfather.
Okay, I like General. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing. This is the only thing I'm saying. I'm not knocking, that's why I preface it the way I preface it. I'm not knocking Hulk or Marlon or nothing. What he did was genius. Hulk, legendary. We're gonna keep his status, right? But what I'm saying is impressive. If Marlon had Juan Gotti, and actually Juan Gotti was already legendary because Richard Barajas made him legendary. But if Juan Gotti came out with Marlon's marketing, he would have smashed the Hulk. Smashed him. And the reason why is because Marlon's advertised him as the biggest pit bull. At that time, Juan Gotti was the biggest pit bull at that time.
But BGK do the same thing though.
Right. But BGK piggybacked off of Iron Cross. That's where he got his dogs from. And he marketed his dogs better than Iron Cross, but Iron Cross was top tier marketing too. And that's how BGK got his dogs. All I'm saying is no diss to anybody who's built a program, because it's going to take you to market it, to build it, right? Now, when it comes to dogs, there's dogs that has never been seen that's way more impressive than anything that we've ever seen. True. But they don't have the marketing behind them to get people to, oh, wow, check it out. There's people with great dogs. They post their shit on IG. They don't know how to market it. They don't know how to take the right pictures. Don't know how to put the right little words together, right videos together. And even though the world sees it, to them, it's like they just skip through it. But with the right marketing campaign, they can have the next dog. Like, oh, shit. The fuck? Fuck Hulk. Fuck Juan Gotti. Fuck AK. This is the dog.
Yep. So it takes.
All I'm saying is that even with what Marlon did, what Marlon did with Hulk, great marketing did Hulk. But see, Hulk came from dogs that already looked like Hulk. They just wasn't marketed as good as Marlon did. Shout out to Marlon. Okay, shout out to the Hulk. Why are we not thinking, which we should be, which I know we are now, we're talking about it. Shout out to the Brazilian Bulldog. Why are we not trying to make dogs that freaking freak you out, wow you out, and is the next level, the next wave? Like, that's how we should be thinking. That's how we should be cooking. The Brazilian Bulldog, or whatever they call them, pit monsters, they've been working on that dog in Brazil for a long time, many moons. That's not a new dog. That might be new to America. That ain't new to Brazil.
Right.
But you know what I like about the Brazilian Bulldog? I know we've gone off on a tangent a little bit, is they still allow their outbreed crosses to cook into their breed cross, if that makes sense. Those bulldogs that they use, they still can use them. That's a part of their breed formula. So when their shit get watered down from all that inbreeding shit that they do, everybody tries to do to lock in traits, they go back to the source, the formula, to get that vigor, to get them freaks of nature back. How many breed clubs do that?
None.
I don't know if any, I don't know if too many that do.
Oh man,
But they do. I was like, ooh, I had to applaud that shit. I'm like, ooh.
she got it right. Shit.
But that's their whole crew. That's the crew. That's the formula.
Yep.
Goes back to what we're gonna be talking about next week. But it's the formula. See, when you understand the formula like they do, you understand how important vigor is. Vigor is how you get them freaky dogs. You don't get no freaky dogs from inbreeding. Sorry, guys. I mean, hey, and I said we can have a contest. And I mean, shit. You take your heavily inbred dogs, get you the top inbred dogs, and breed your top inbred dogs. And I'll get the top fucking cross dogs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And let me breed mine. And watch, I guarantee I'll breed more freaks than you. I promise you I'll breed more freaks than you. Your shit gonna get watered down. Your shit gonna be the same. Same. Less, dumber. Your shit gonna be dumb and dumber. My shit gonna be more freakier, more versatile, more everything. Vigored up. But yeah, shout out to the Brazilian Bulldog, because yeah. They say, Aria, she said that on she had an interview with Thorough Bullies. And I already knew that, but she said that too on there about how their different breeds is still in their stud books. Like those bulldogs they use, they can still use them. So they don't have to breed. They don't have to breed just the Brazilian Bulldog to Brazilian Bulldog.
Right.
They formula that made it. They can use that.
Keep it pure.
Well, it's not to keep it pure, it's so that they get that vigor.
Yeah,
That's how they're getting them freaky looking type dogs that they got. So imagine this, right? So they take their F1s, F2s, because I cook. You take your F1s, F2s, your F3s, then you take the family of dogs that you got that looking the way you like, acting like you like, and then you start to line breed, and then you like, okay, I'm gonna tighten up more. Then you start to inbreed, and then you start to see that freak start to dissipate. The freak shit that you like from the F1s, F2s, and F3s start to fucking not be freaks.
Then you got to do that outcross and bring that bulldog.
But they don't want to do just a regular outcross or some bullshit. They take that outcross, that freak, that full breed type cross that made that freaky shit. They take that, throw it back in there to that tight shit. Then they freak it out. They freak the tight shit out. Just reinvigorated they shit. But that's not how it's taught to people today. It's taught family of dogs, Let's talk inbreed line breeding, inbreeding. What do they call it? Inbreed coefficiencies. What is that? Is that what they call it, Duro? What's that shit they be talking about now when they doing them embarks? I hear what's the name talking about?
Coefficients of inbreeding.
There you go. There you go. Koi. I hear my man QBN, what's his name, talking about that shit all the time, right?
Raul.
Yeah, Raul. I hear him talking about. That's what they talking about. Okay. Which each their own.
Oh.
However, we like freaks of nature over here, man. We like them Juan Gottis. We like them freaky dogs. Okay. Only way you do that is you got to know how to put your crosses together. You do your inbreeding accordingly. You do your line breeding accordingly. But we always have those crosses if you want those freaks. And we're not just talking about looks. We talk about performance. That is what our main goal is when it comes to crossing dogs, is the vigor for performance. And then the looks is extra credit and shit.
All right.
And that's also why I'm excited to show y'all, and I'm probably going to do this, the upbringing of the different red tigers. Because then you get to see what I'm talking about in my own program. Because now I got a litter.
Damn. So those are your keepers or something now?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna get the money that I want. I'm not gonna, like I told y'all, I'm not giving my shit away. My name ain't Red Hot Chili. My name ain't my name ain't Red Hot Chili, man.
How many you got left
I
over?
got 4 males.
Oh shit.
Ain't nobody knows. No, not unless you're gonna give me my money. And like I said, I say that like that because I know I cook like that. Why would I give you something that you don't even, like I said, I got a dog right now. Like I told you, that motherfucker's biting me.
See?
I know why he's biting me though.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be able to handle that. You might hit the dog, but not understanding that dog will fucking take that as, oh, you trying to challenge me.
Fact.
You don't understand that type of mentality. I understand the mentality because I put it in him. So when he does that, I know how to talk to him and deal with him. I deal with him accordingly. Hey, little nigga, why you bite me? I see him looking at me. He give me that look like, and he give me that. You might take it and be like, oh, bad boy. Now he's like, now he's gonna have to be defensive on your ass. So because I have, remember I told y'all, when you have those first type of breedings, you keep all the puppies out.
Yeah.
I told y'all that shit a long time ago. I've already been doing that. But being that I already told y'all I had a Red Tiger Jr. already, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Hey, let y'all get it. I mean, I got a Red Tiger Jr. I'm a cook with him with my other dog. So I already got the DNA, so I don't necessarily need it. But being that I'm not giving it away to nobody like that, then I'm gonna keep my shit. And then being that I have all those different variances of Red Tiger now, could only have one Red Tiger, could only have one puppy. Now I have the different variances of him, one through my band dog, Silver Bullet, and then one through Tigress. Now I get to see all the different variances, show me what they are. Like show me, like I get to test my lab work. And then I get to show y'all what I be talking about. I see this dog is this, see this dog is that, this dog's built like this dog's acting like that, this dog's fat, which one of the brothers got more drive, which one of the brothers, like all that shit, which one of the brothers more hard-headed. I already know which one got more prey drive already. I actually got 2 of them that actually 3 of them that got that prey drive that's a problem.
Damn. Any of them bigger than each other, or they all like the same size?
They're a variant. Like they're similar in like structure type.
Uh-huh.
What I mean by that is like let's say if we got different bikes, right? And they were BMX, but they got different type like features to the frame and handlebars and shit like that. They're like that,
Ah,
right? You could tell that they're a certain class of BMX or okay, you could tell that they brothers. Like there's like even with the smaller one, he's not like small.
right.
It's just that he's built differently than the other brother.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's kind of how it's like I said, they all different variants.
Mm-hmm.
So they're none of them is like, oh that's a little guy. Like none of them like that.
Right.
It's like, oh, he's built. Oh, I can see his bill. I see his bill. I see his head type. I see his head type. I see his rear. I see his front chest spread. I see his shoulders. Oh, I see his neck. Like you can see all kind of different genetic parts in them. That's what's
And
like.
they all look ill, like
And
dope.
they all look like they came out the showroom floor, like they came out how they supposed to. But all the different dogs that's in there. So remember, I posted that post of AK's family tree with all those different dogs in there.
Right.
So if I was able to see every one of Tigress's mom and dad's side, right? I know her dad's side. I got pictures of those dogs, but this is like little weak ass pictures that you get on the paperwork and shit. They did little weak ass photos, but I can kind of gauge what they look like, the parents and the grandparents, the great grandparents, shit like that.
Right.
I don't know on Tigress's side, but I know on Red Tiger's side though. So when I look at Red Tiger's side and I look at the different variances of his sons, I can see those variances based off of what's in the family tree.
Okay.
Like I can see the leg. I see the leg. Like they got more leg than Red Tiger. So I look back in the family tree, and of course that goes back to Red Bull.
Oh man. Yeah. He one of them ones, yeah.
I see the spreads. I see the shoulders. You know those shoulders of Red Tiger's uncle, or excuse me, no, Red Tiger's grandfather.
Right.
Put that picture of Red Tiger, and I showed his shoulders, and I showed y'all the picture of Red Tiger's grandfather with the white head and them big ass shoulders and shit. The bulldog.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I got a dog with them shoulders too.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Damn.
I got the TKO necks and shit, the big ass hump cow necks.
Yeah.
I got those. I mean, I got a different head variances. I got the thick ass rears. I got every one of them got great angulation. Every one of them got thick ass bone.
So is the neck piece bigger or longer than Red Tiger Jr.? Like what you can tell for right now.
So Red Tiger Jr. is probably the one that looks the most like Red Tiger. The only thing that's difference between Red Tiger Jr. and his father is Red Tiger Jr. has more leg and Red Tiger doesn't have that extreme front. Excuse me, Red Tiger Jr. doesn't have that extreme front.
Right.
So Red Tiger Senior, he got that wide front and he got those, them shoulders that kind of flare out a little bit, the splayed elbows, which I didn't like. Yeah. But of course it looked cool because, they like them bulldogs with them wide fronts and shit, right?
Right.
Junior don't have that. Junior's is tight. He got tight elbows and it's tight. And his chest he got a big chest, but it's not as spread in the shoulders. But then he got the neck.
Yeah, the neck.
Ass neck. And he got the big ass head. That nigga got a fucking big ass dome. And then he got big ass bone too. He got big ass man bone, big bones. He's pretty much Red Tiger twin, but he don't got that ass smushed his face. But from his head to the neck to his body to his rears is Red Tiger. But he's smaller and he's smarter and he doesn't have that extreme front. So that's where the difference is. But these puppies though, there's all different variances, and I'm sure that's what would happen if I would have had other puppies to choose from out of that litter, but it was only Red Tiger, right? Yeah. So now that's what I get to see with these. Now I get to see all kind of different variances of whatever's in Tigress's and Red Tiger's DNA. So I'm seeing differences I see similarities, but I see a lot of differences, and I can see where they come from.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm excited about. But they all impressive though. That's where I'm like, okay, top three. Like I told y'all, top three of one of my litters is this shit.
And what about the panting?
Well, they too that too. I didn't hear that panting until Red Tiger, got over 1 year old. You know what I mean? Like, and when they puppies, you don't hear that shit. Cause I didn't hear that shit when he was a pup. So that's why I told you I gotta wait until see how that muscle develop in the neck.
Okay.
That's what's gonna show me if yeah, they got that patent shit that can't breathe, let's say problem and stuff like that. This is what I will give Junior, right? Junior is his father's son, but he's smarter than his daddy. So I give him that. I give him that. He's definitely smarter than his dad. Because at first I thought he was gonna be clumsy like that nigga too, because he liked to jump, but he wasn't really good and he wasn't coordinated. Like he didn't know how to land and shit. I was like, are you clumsy as shit? You know what I mean? You just like your daddy, man, doing all that shit. You ain't, you know what I mean? You like to jump and shit, but you don't know how to land on your feet. You're doing all that jumping, but can't land on your feet. It's like you doing a backflip and landing on your neck.
Damn.
It's like, come on, man. You better land. You can do that flip, you better land on your feet. So now, he know how to jump. Then nigga know how to jump and bounce off the walls, and he know how to tear down the tarp on the kennel. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, I see. Now you smarter than your daddy, huh? Now remember I told you about Red Tiger pacing and shit. He'll pace and he'll stop. You know what I mean? When he ain't just ain't gonna keep going. He'll pace when he want to pace and he stop.
Yeah,
Go drink some water, then he go lay down. Yeah, he go lay down and shit when he all right, I can't get. Let me go lay down, drink some water. So I'm gonna be showing y'all. Like I said, I ain't posting no shit because I ain't had no time to be out there working the dogs. Because I got to get this yard right.
Yeah.
A lot of work I got to do out here to get everything right before I let the dogs get out there and run around. So, but now it's getting nicer out. Once I get the yard right, you know what I mean? Let y'all see Red Tiger and all the other dogs. And like I said, I probably will start just showcasing the puppies as they develop. You know what I mean? It's kind of let y'all get play by play and see them develop into, young adults type shit. And then, shit, we might do a vote type shit. Like, man, which Red Tiger son is the best?
Right.
We'll have to judge it off of that. You know what I mean?
Damn. So did the dude come and get that female? He must have. Then that female you said you wanted to keep.
Yeah. He got he got his already. That went to Atlanta. And then I got another one of my dudes that got my boy Levi, who got he got red rum. Yeah, so he got two. He got two come. He got a male and a female, so he got him two.
That's what's up.
Yeah, he got him two. So that's it. That's all that went to the public. Like I said, everybody else told y'all that previous week before had a dude was, a coach, can I get what one? I really do. I'm serious. Can I get that one? And I'm like, man, I don't want to sell that one. I'm gonna keep that nigga. And I was like, you know what? I mean, shit. If you really want him, then that's the dude that was like, does he have papers? Like, nigga, oh my god,
Fuck out shit.
come on, really? Okay, you don't want him. You made me do all that? You guys mail some damn papers? Stop it. TKO said, Chris said TKO was from Mega Bulls on his father's side. Yep, and Myra Bulls on his mother's side. He was heavily inbred on his mother's line and heavily line bred on his father's side. Yeah. That was the reason why I even bought Tigress, is because of TKO. And what's Beyond Belief Kennels he's an American Bulldog breeder. And he bought him as an adult from Mega Bulls, which I heard Mega Bulls was a big time American Bulldog breeder. So he bought him as an adult, paid a lot of money for that nigga. The TKO.
But yo, man, I gotta work tomorrow, man. So I'm gonna holler at y'all.
Nah, we about to close out. We put in 3:34. You know what I mean? So yeah. We'll wrap this thing up. Hopefully you guys understood the conversation tonight. Nothing against the legends of the past. but we want to, pay them their respect, man. And if we can't progress it, the performance Apbt, while we act like we breeding them, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just the reality of it. To each their own. I know what I'm doing next. I'm not doing that anymore. Like I said, Duro, I'll have something for you probably for sure. But
American Bull Terriers.
yeah, American Bull Terriers. That's what we can call them, or you can call them American Pet Bulls, PET. You can call them that too. But they don't want to do that, right? They don't want to do that. But hey, just call them American Bull Terriers, man, and we can respect that. But at the same time, make sure you guys show up next week. We'll have a great cook up. Like I said, hopefully you guys learned something tonight. No disrespect to the legends of the past, but we're not going to disrespect them by acting like the dogs of today are anything close to what these dogs of the past were. So let's keep it moving. Don't stop. No, let's keep it moving. Anything else you guys got to say before we close out?
Nothing but love, man. Good cook up.
Word.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Much love, Duro.
Word. Shout out everybody, yo.
Yeah. Good night, yo.
The panel.
Yep,
Everybody.
Yep, salute chat.
In
You
the
know what I
chat.
mean? All the shit. But hey, yeah, Chris, man, hey, wait till you see Tigress, my bitch Tigress. That bitch is a super producer, Chris. I don't know her mama. I know her daddy, which is TKO, but man, she produces me some beautiful dolls, man. Just wait till you see these. Wait till you see Pink Panther. You know what I mean? Killer Whale. Shit, you like, damn it, man.
Wait to see them either.
I know. My boy Pink Panther look like TKO, but he's like a pink version.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to Tigress. But all right, y'all, man. Until next time, we are out.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.